some of these my players, as soon as they have the bar, the level 1 comes out, and why wouldn't you stock up then? Oh, disgusting to seal that first round.
Something to note about Mickey is that they are a brutal my block string specialist. They use level 1 a lot. They are a corner god, man. If you get in the corner, if your back is against the wall against Mickey, you are in a lot of trouble. You got to figure out a way out. We'll see how we go. Takedo, of course, got the experience on board. Mickey, only 17 years of age against Takedo. Oh, big deal. One. Get on the right side corner. Just trying to get that pressure now. JP in his element.
Yeah, absolutely. Sets up the departure. Something that Takedo does a lot with JP. Obviously not unique to him, but it is something I noticed. Oh, there's the OD goes. Perfect parries, both of them. Okay, Mickey shows I know your character as well as you know mine. Yeah. Just dancing out of this corner. Takedo a bit low on drive gauge. There's a parry to build it back. Across the 3-bar threshold.
Right, time for your turn to get that pressure. Oh, the backdash really concerned about some movement from Takedo there, but not showing anything quite yet. Also remaining conservative. We are fighting to get out of that corner, and Takedo will successfully do it. It's time for the JP roulette.
Look at that, just threatening with the portal, saying, move forward, I dare you. Oh, and we'll go into level 2.
Send in the brothers. Time to go for the left side. They're going to make the side switch. Crowd loving it thus far. Get that middle.
Yeah, if you're Mickey, you'll be happy with just copying a throw, not even a punish counter throw out of that level 2. Huge advantage. Gets just trading some normals now. Oh, smacks the fan with the cane.
Ooh, okay, Takedo playing that nice and conservatively close to the chest, going to take it 1 round apiece. Still a lot to play for.
Absolutely, 20 seconds left on the clock. Slow round, really slowed down in that last one.
Sometimes pace changes can be abrupt for either player, but if they're both able to read the room really well, it's very hard to ebb and flow of the pace at the moment. Takedo still staying nice and conservative, but just looking for some kind of gap. Mickey might have found it. The level 1 come out. We just talked about this left side corner. Uh-oh. If you're anyone against Mickey at the moment with this Mai, it's going to look pretty brutal. Takedo holding fast, though, trying to get out of that corner. Send in the props.
Oh, catches the jump out from Mickey and has the full pickup after. Oh, the portal teleports out. Still stocked up is Mickey. Has those fire fans. Or catches low.
Number 1 again, such good usefulness out of that one. Now it's time to get those block strings we're talking about. No block string here. You got a whole block to eat that one. It's going to be burnt out for this one, and that's going to be the health bar down to 0. Mickey going to take the first round against Takedo's JP.
Yeah, first game to Mickey, sending a real statement here. See what adaptations Takedo can make. Seemed like really when he slowed that round down, that's when it really worked in his favor, but then Mickey just got on a roll in that last round, and that was all she wrote for that game.
Yeah, congratulations to Takedo for getting enough kudos for that title. Fantastic work.
Go, into the corner you go. Full screen.
And we're just putting down the portal. Chekhov's got on the table.
Ooh,
there it is. OD Amnesia brutalizing Mai. Mickey in a bit of trouble now. Low drive gauge trying to get out. Takedo's not going to let him. That's going to be the gauge. God, you are in a spot on, brother friend.
Oh, that was a lock. And that time we get the stun, still guaranteed, and the command grab for optimal meter build. And just to remind people that that is in JP's toolset.
Yep.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
If anyone can
testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Walking forward to start the round.
I think there's very many people in the chat right now, but mostly just trying to do an experiment here. Oh, there we go. Why is the quality?
Now trying to get the pressure going. Yeah, excellent.
Why is the quality so bad?
Nice block.
Oh, it's actually not on my end. Okay.
We can get when we're that far against looking. We're trying to whiff punish something. We're looking for some sort of answer, a hole in the defense from both of these players, and we're going to have to break it with a throw.
Yeah, catches the tap parry with the punish counter throw. Now Takedo in the yellow health. He's trying to get out, and Mickey will seal this and level us at a round apiece in this second game.
With the headspace there.
Okay, what am I trying to do?
One round apiece, they'll be fighting tooth and
I
nail
should
to the end of this
probably
set.
check something really
Takedo really
quick.
something, as you said, with the neutral
Are
jumps
other
in the
people
last round.
restreaming
Mickey
this,
wasn't
or am I
giving
the
it to
only
him.
one
He seemed to
restreaming
see him
this?
go back
Because if
to
I'm the
back,
only one
parry,
restreaming this, am I
fierce.
not allowed to restream
Yeah,
this?
No, we're just going to the DP because we've already spent a
Hang
level one.
on,
You already
I
have
just
to
want to
stop.
make sure I'm not messing up.
Again, trying for the shimmy or trying to bait the OD amnesia.
Oh,
Either
no,
way,
bunch of
off the
people are
OD.
restreaming it. There we go. Okay.
We use all
A lot
our
of
drive games.
watch parties here.
Surely
Okay,
this
perfect.
will be enough, and it will be Mickey with the perfect to go up 2-0 over Takedo.
Yeah, no problem,
Find a
Gibby.
way to get pulled back
I
against
always
this guy.
appreciate you
And
stopping
Nye is
by
very,
for
very
even
good.
just a
JP is
little
very
bit
good now,
here.
and right here, all the-
So guys, I'm gonna try to do an
Now,
experiment
face
here.
speed,
I want to see if I can do this and if
Straight to the rematch,
people,
no switches,
this
we're
is
gonna
something
live
that
and die by
they'd
the sword.
be looking for.
Absolutely. We haven't seen, Takedo's been pretty loyal to the JP. I haven't seen him playing anything else.
Sorry,
all
Nathan.
weekend in Melbourne.
Not dinner time yet.
Sees the vision. He will go for the optical.
So what I'm going to
round
do
with the best
here,
characters. Gotta get the job done. You know, gotta make their money.
Dancing here. There's a back throw.
I'm just curious to see if,
Rush out. Not afraid. Makes the ghost trying to bait a reaction of some kind there from Mickey.
in case
Some good, honest
people,
crash medium punch.
oh yeah, for sure. But wait, have other people actually tried to do radio restreams? Like actual, like, they try to make it like more descriptive and stuff like that? Have other people actually done this? I haven't seen anybody else try to do like a radio restream is what I'm trying to do. So so that's what I'm trying to do here. So so for example, what I want to do is, I mean, I had thought about like trying to find a way to filter to turn my voice sound more radio, like more old time radio style. Oh my goodness, Mickey went down in that round. He's up 2 games to Takedo though. This is loser side round 1. If Takedo loses this, he is out of the tournament. With a good start here in round number 2, has Mickey in the corner, but Mickey with a successful jump out, tried to press a button and got punish countered on the landing frames, back into the corner, and now a Lavushka activates, hits Mickey with the low. It's going to give Takedo a perfect round here to win his first game against Mickey's Mai. Takedo, of course, going with the JP. Alright, let me do another thing here. I'm gonna lower the computer audio a little bit. Lower the volume over here. Ah! Nathan, what are you doing to my mouse? Let me know if the actual commentary is a little bit lower over here like this. Okay. Throws out a fake ghost, tries to take out some of Mickey's drive gauge. Mickey down, oh, with a perfect parry against Streebog into the drive impact for the counter hit, and now to the corner. Both players full of drive gauge, but Takedo trapped in the right corner right now. We've got we've got throw loops, and then Mickey faking the throw loop, getting the hit, and putting Takedo at one tiny chunk away from death. And there it is, a tick throw for Mickey in the right corner. Mickey takes that round. He is at match point. Let's see if Takedo can make this comeback. A trade off of Mickey's drive rush. Another trade in the middle of the screen. Both of them just trying to battle out. There's the crouching medium punch check from JP against the drive rush. Takedo canceled it himself and actually was able to get some decent damage. Mickey going for the drive rush Ryu boot to see if he could bait out the check that Takedo went with earlier, but here we go. Mickey gets a combo, pushes Takedo in the corner. Takedo wakes up with a standing heavy kick. Mickey's gonna spend everything he's got to build the level 3. Just barely built the level 3 on the last hit of the Hisatsu Shinobi Buchi. And it's gonna be enough to kill, sending Takedo out of the tournament. Because the thing about it is, honestly, I see a lot of people, you know, when they watch these tournaments, oftentimes they're actually have it on in the background while they're doing other stuff, and they're not necessarily paying attention. Nathan, no, you're pushing my mouse off the table. Please do not do that. So, you know, I want to see if I can actually, you know, do this kind of style commentary to make it so that people doing that can actually, you know, get a better idea of what's going on. So I'm just experimenting with that. Obviously, there's probably not going to be very many people in the chat right now because it is 11 p.m. So I'm just practicing it, testing it, see if it feels comfortable, see if it's something that I can do. And obviously, it's just, you know, I'm going to be watching this top 8 anyway, so I figured, why the heck not just chill here and have people hang out with me. Is that, dude, that line down the middle of their backdrop was messing me up so badly because I had Nathan, you're not letting me use my mouse because I had something selected on my overlay that had a red line going down. When I got rid of it, it's just still there. It's crazy. Yeah, no, well, JDP, this one's going to be interesting because I'm going to be trying to do a more radio-style broadcast because I'm curious if people, because there's a lot of people out there giving insights when they're actually watching. Yeah, I think you're the only one in the YouTube. Well, actually, there are a few people in the YouTube right now, Fofo. According to this thing, there should be 6 people in the YouTube. But yeah, oh, and JDP, yes. Okay, so JDP being one of them. But I want to see if I can do a radio broadcast because a lot of people like to watch these tournaments on the side, you know, while they're doing other things, or they just have it in the background. And, you know, if I try to do more of a radio style broadcast, yeah, of course, Case Money. Of course, that's the thing is, like, I figured I could do this easily right now because it's late at night, there's so few people, so this is just something I could just kind of do and see how it goes. But also, God, why does every time I click anywhere, it seems to create that stupid sub-menu here? But also, I mean, this guy here, oh, Nathan, you are just, look at you. Look at you. You are just... look at him. He's pushing my mouse. Don't do that, Nathan. Don't. I need... Here, this mouse here, you can... I need to get a fake mouse. I do have one, too. Where did I put that mouse? I do have a fake mouse somewhere that I could just lay down so that he can kind of lean on that and think it's the real mouse, so...
He was on fire. He almost would have been like, I don't care that it's, you know, run it through to Australia time.
Yeah, the momentum was good, of course. Knowledge, Kuramami, Hooper losing to Rookie.
I'm eating your ear, Nathan. He does not seem concerned at all. But yeah, I just want to see what happens. See if it's possible to do a radio stream. It's hard because you have to speak fast, but it does, I think, require only one person. You can't do a radio broadcast with 2 people, in my opinion. So we will only be this way. I can just do it by myself. I wonder if I can do this here, and you guys can just stare at Nathan. Oh, Nathan got up and ran away. I see how it goes. Okay. I actually got him from just a standard adoption thing. It was just so my ex found both of my cats on Pet Finder. Because she loves Burmese cats, so she was finding every cat that was Burmese. And it just so happened that one particular adoption agency, Nathan and Jasmine, were going to be there. Actually, I don't even think we necessarily knew Nathan was going to be there. Jasmine was going to be there. And she basically, she had sent me the pictures and I was like, she's pretty. And so so my ex was like, okay, let's go watch. Let's go see Jasmine. Let's go see her, because she really wanted me to adopt cats. And I was like, all right, we're going, but we're not adopting any cats. We're just going to look. And then, of course, I went there and fell in love with Jasmine, and she fell in love with Nathan. So I ended up going home with 2 cats. Basically. So it was just a standard shelter adoption agency. They ran a thing at an Unleashed further south, and we just drove down there, and like I said, I came out with 2 cats. All right. We have here, we have Bruce Lee from the East Coast going up against Noah the Prodigy. It's going to be Terry for Boost and Luke for Noah the Prodigy. Boost starting out right away with a crouching medium kick, drive kick, then finds a meaty counter hit standing heavy punch. Chooses not to spend too much on it, but does use a wake-up drive reversal after Noah the Prodigy broke himself out of the corner. Back to the middle of the screen, neutral, both of them with healthy green bars, but Noah the Prodigy spending a little bit. A perfect parry on the heavy flash knuckle from Boost is now going to push Noah the Prodigy to the corner, but Noah the Prodigy wakes up with a level 1 super. Now down to 0 super meter. Boost sitting on 1. Boost decides to drive rush cancel, puts himself to 1 bar in a dangerous situation, so Noah the Prodigy also puts himself in a dangerous situation, lands the light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, target count. Oh my goodness, a rising tackle, and now a wake-up ODDP from Noah the Prodigy. Noah the Prodigy tried to jump up and cross up Bruce Lee, but his rising tackle actually auto-corrected and hit Noah. But Noah then woke up with his own ODDP and now checks Boost's early drive rush with the stand light kick into drive rush cancel, baits out an ODDP, punishes that. Bruce Lee with the wake-up crouching medium kick to catch Noah's shimmy, but Noah once again lands the light medium heavy target combo into a level 1. Boost trying to approach, but Boost burns himself out after Noah the Prodigy burns himself out on a drive rush cancel. So Bruce Lee then spent his bar on a drive reversal, but he is stuck in the corner with no health now. Just a tiny little bit of health here in the corner. Trying to pressure, no! Noah the Prodigy drops the combo, and that's going to allow Bruce Lee to get the kill with the level 3. Boost was actually pressuring Noah the Prodigy. They were both burned out. He was pressuring with the crack shoot loops. And then Noah the Prodigy tried to counter, hit him, and then went into a DP. And unfortunately that missed, and Boost fell to the ground and then was able to get up with a quick rise and still punish that DP. Here we go, round 3, starting at the neutral. Immediate drive rush cancel into Boost, but Boost gets the back throw, trying to put Noah into the corner. Noah with a wake-up ODDP once again, but Boost also down a lot on gauge as well. And now the burn knuckle, as people like it, just use it in the neutral right there. And again, beautiful use of the heavy flash knuckle to bait out the counter poke from Boost. And it worked. It hit Boost, knocked him to the ground. He was burned out. Noah the Prodigy went for the drive impact, got the stun, and was able to take it down for that game. So Noah the Prodigy with game number 1 against Boost. This is Battle Arena Melbourne 16. You are watching the top 8. This is a Capcom Cup qualifier here. The winner of this does make it to Capcom Cup. However, those that do not make it also get a bunch of points in the leaderboard. Here we go. Going right back into it. Boost definitely not changing characters. Gonna stick with the Terry Bogard. And this round is gonna start here. See how they manage their drive gauges at the beginning of this. In this neutral situation, here we go. The fight has started with a ground. Why do I forget what Terry's fireball is called? Okay, drive rush cancel from Noah the Prodigy. So down in drive gauge, a trade with Boost's drive rush. Back to the neutral, however, a little bit closer to Boost's corner over there. Noah the Prodigy trying to push him back, but jumps backwards and has a neutral jump. Tries to jump over Terry's fireball, a little too late. Does get anti-aired, so Boost goes for the crouching medium kick, heavy kick target combo. Had to drive rush cancel to keep it safe. A punish counter from Noah. And that means Boost, after that drive rush cancel, very low on health, but a wake-up crouching medium kick to catch Noah's shimmy into a back throw off the crack shoot. And now Noah the Prodigy is the one that is in the corner. But Noah the Prodigy fighting his way out with those raw drive rushes. Back to the middle of the screen. Noah just goes for a drive impact in the middle of the screen. Tries to jump over another fireball. Oh no! Noah the Prodigy throwing out an ODDP in the middle of some pressure from Boost, but Boost did not press a button, which means Noah the Prodigy goes into the air and dies. Oh, there it is. I kept wanting to call it ground wave because of round wave, but it's power wave. Thank you, Fofo. Oh, the shimmy this time from Boost does find its mark. Noah the Prodigy down to half life in the corner over here. Boost Lee gets a hit, but on a high scale starter. And now throw into the corner. Noah the Prodigy down to no life, and he wakes up with the ODDP again. But a good block from Boost and a punish for the perfect to tie it up 1-1. We jump immediately back into game number 3. Immediately, Noah the Prodigy with a backdash drive rush, crouching medium kick. Ooh, Boost with a raw drive rush. Noah neutral jumped, and Boost actually got the rising tackle after running under Noah. And after a little bit of a scuffle, he has Noah in the corner, but Noah with a perfect parry on that on the round wave is going to allow him to get the side switch. And now Boost is the one in the corner, gets hit by a counter hit, crouch strong into the heavy flash knuckle. Noah then gets a throw. Drive rush cancels because he sees he has so much more drive gauge than Boost. And yep, at those ranges, if Luke makes you block a sand blast, he can be plus in the corner. That's what he took advantage of. Boost swung, but Noah the Prodigy got the counter hit, and he's going to take the first round. And now we're here at round number 2. As you can see, Boost backing up a little bit, throws out a power wave, a neutral jump against the raw drive rush, but Noah the Prodigy still manages the DP, then gets a drive rush overhead. Boost is trapped in the corner now. He's down about 40%, but finds his way out with a crouch medium kick drive rush. So he's low on drive gauge here. He's in the orange, but has gotten back to the green. And now all this pressure, it's Noah the Prodigy who's lost half his life. But a wake-up back throw from Noah the Prodigy into the corner. Boost Lee wakes up with an ODDP, then punishes a jump over a fireball with the Buster Wolf, but a suppressor from Noah the Prodigy is going to catch a counter hit on Boost, which is going to lead to the level 3, which means Noah the Prodigy is going to win round 3 and game 3 to take a 2-1 lead.
Shout out to Memphis Tourism, by the way. They get a lot of free publicity.
I had like all these graphics all set up at one point in time. When I first wanted to do this, I just wanted to do this and just like have like the radio shaking or something like that. A crouching medium kick and a drive rush cancel for Boost is going to put Noah the Prodigy into the corner. Noah the Prodigy sitting on a full drive gauge, not something that you see very often when it comes to Noah the Prodigy. And there he goes, gets a counter hit into a drive rush cancel, into the wall bounce, jump over for the side switch. The wake up Buster Wolf is going to catch Noah the Prodigy. Noah the Prodigy down to only 2 blocks of drive gauge. And Boost is just willing to trade with these jumps. Noah the Prodigy jumps over fireballs from his screen away, but the medium burn knuckle trading, and now Boost spends all of his meter. He only had a pixel of life left. Unfortunately, by going into burnout, he set himself up for a checkmate. He was too close to Boost, and the first opening Boost found was an ODDP. Would have chipped even if Noah did block it, so it did chip. Back to neutral here, but a stand light kick counter hit for Noah the Prodigy is going to give him the combo to put Boost into the corner. Still trying to pressure, and a drive rush cancel from Boost into a delayed heavy punch. It's going to find its mark. Noah the Prodigy wakes up with a ODDP, then gets a throw on the attempted drive parry from Boost. Boost with a perfect parry against the heavy flash knuckle. And then Drive Rush baits out the Wake Up level 3 from Noah into an easy punish combo. Boost taking game number 2, and we are tied 2-2. This is losers round 1 here at Battle Arena Melbourne. This is the last game here. It is a best of 1. Boost Lee finding a crouching medium kick, Drive Rush cancel combo into the corner, and then a delayed meaty right there gets the counter hit against Noah the Prodigy. He goes for the same delayed meaty again, then throws out an OD power wave, Drive Rushes behind it, and gets a shimmy off of Noah the Prodigy, and then lands an OD quick burn on Noah the Prodigy and gets a perfect here in round 1. He's 1 round away from advancing in the losers bracket here. Noah the Prodigy's got to do something, goes for the Drive Rush cancel, so Boost with the drive reversal to counter right there. Figured he would spend the meter as well. Noah the Prodigy now with a Wake Up ODDP. Both players low on drive gauge here. What a perfect parry for Noah the Prodigy. If he didn't perfect parry that, he would have been burned out. But he gets burned out anyway. But Noah the Prodigy with the positioning advantage in the corner. Beautiful perfect parry on the Sandblast into instant Drive Rush from Boost to apply the pressure. Noah tries to jump over a power wave again. Boost Drive Rush and anti-air, and now has Noah into the corner, but Noah wakes up with a level 2, is going to blow up the meaty attempt at a round wave. And now Noah the Prodigy with a slight lead. Boost Lee in the yellow part of his gauge gets a punish counter throw. That's huge. Noah the Prodigy down to no health. I don't know what Noah the Prodigy was doing right there. He woke up with a button into ODDP, and that was baited out by Boost, blocked, and was able to punish. Boost Lee is going to advance forward, and Noah the Prodigy is going to be exiting Battle Arena Melbourne top 8 in 7th place, along with Tokido. So you tell me, guys, if you guys were watching this, you know, at home, and you were doing something else while you were watching this, is this something that you find very, very useful? Like, is this something that you would like to just put on so that, like, a super descriptive commentary? So when you just have it on in the background, you can just listen to it and not necessarily have to watch it by me trying to be extra descriptive? You know, I just wonder if this is like something that people would like to see. And, you know, the idea came from, you know, Capcom and their pay-per-view, right? So if I can establish this well enough, maybe I can do an official radio stream of Capcom Cup, literally with no visuals. Like, you can't even watch it. It's just me describing it, and I would just put the radio on the screen like this. And so they said we can't broadcast any visuals, but if this is popular enough, maybe I can do something like this for the people who can't watch it. I really want to provide something like this, particularly for, you know, a lot of the other countries that can't afford the streaming and such. So maybe some people can do that, or if they're watching it live and they want to know what's going on, but they're at work, so they can't really watch, and, you know, they don't want to have the web page open, because then the boss will come by and be like, you're not working. And so if they just have a headset on, I can do this. So again, I feel like I'm unique in that I can actually do this kind of commentary. And so because I am so aware of like what people are thinking and stuff like that. So oh yeah, of course. This is not meant for anybody who actually can watch it. If you can watch it, don't use my stream. Absolutely. This is specifically a setup for the ability for people to use this if they don't have any other choice, honestly. Or if you just do have it on in the background and are not like directly paying attention. All right, here we go. This match is going to be between Mickey and Gachakun. Mickey going with the Mai Shiranui. course, Gachakun still sticking with the Rashid.
Here in Melbourne.
Gachakun will be on player 1 side. Mickey on player 2 side. Mickey has been playing Mai mostly. Of course, he made his big splash at EVO 2025, getting 3rd place at Evolution 2025 with the Cami, but has since switched to the Mai. As Asian players in Asia, tend to not be shy about using top tier like US players. There's a little bit of my own little bit of opinion pieces right there. Yeah, and again, like, this is not meant for anybody who can actually watch the Battle Melbourne Arena actual stream on Capcom Fighters. This is just for people who, you know, or maybe, like I said, they're at work, or maybe they're at home and they're doing chores. Let's say you're washing the dishes and you just have it on your computer to the side and you just turn the volume up. So here we go. It is going to be Gachakun on the left. First player side, Mickey with the Mai Shiranui on the right. Going with the UCLA colored Mai, blue and yellow. And we've got the dark green Rashid. Starting off very neutral heavy. We see a whiff heavy kick from Mickey, but no punish from Gachakun. So far, lots of just straight hits, but a beautiful whiff punish right there from Gachakun with the stand heavy kick. Tried to gain some ground, but Mickey, after waking up, gets some hits. And now Gachakun wakes up with the OD spinning mixer. Both players still in the green of the drive gauge. What a beautiful cross cut from Mickey. Both still in the center of the screen over here, but both of them also at level 1. Actually, never mind about that. Mickey has walked Gachakun all the way to the corner, so Gachakun now has to find a way out. Drive rush cancel off the stand. Heavy punch allows Mickey to get a throw. Then Mickey comes in, gets a hit here. He's going to be able to combo, going to use the level 2, and it will be enough to kill Mickey after all spending all of his drive gauge to extend the damage. Wins with about 40% left on his life bar. We go to round number 2. Immediate drive rush crouch light kick into a crouching medium kick from Gachakun, but Mickey perfect parries the crouching medium kick, knowing that that's what Gachakun was going to do. So Mickey is in this great position in the corner. He just baited out a perfect parry attempt, got a throw. Gachakun already down to about 40% life. He does find his way in with a small damage combo, but he is also burned out. So Mickey taking advantage of that. Mickey sitting on a full drive gauge. Any hit now from Mickey will do it, as Gachakun down to just a tiny chunk. Just goes for the Hail Mary Eagle Spike off of a cancel. Mickey with the drive rush to punish the Eagle Spike on block. Mickey takes game number 1 in convincing fashion. So right now, Gachakun got to figure something out here. Mickey sticking with the UCLA colored Mai here. Bruin Mai. Of course, Gachakun, former Capcom Cup winner, was able to defeat Itazan in grand finals in Street Fighter V with the Rashid. Now going up against Mickey, who like I said was 3rd place at EVO last year. Here we go, round 1 start, and both of them just playing neutral. Gachakun tries to set up an OD wind shot, but Mickey with the raw jump and gets a big punish. Gachakun in the corner now, but Gachakun with the drive rush cancel into the late standing heavy kick, gets the hit, sets up for the Oki meaty overhead, so he gets that combo. Mickey was getting pushed to the corner, but a nicely timed OD fan gets Mickey out of there. A beautiful whiff punish from Gachakun now, pushing Mickey back towards the corner. Tries the perfect parry again, but Gachakun gets the throw on the punish counter, activates Isar, and now Mickey trying to find a way to survive this. The tornado is still coming, and Gachakun waited so long. He was in Mickey's face, walking back and forth over and over again, and at the end finally went for the throw, got it, and was able to take that round. Win shot to start the round for Gachakun. Mickey still hasn't pressed the button. There it is, crouching medium kick drive rush. What a chase down. We saw an OD air, it's not an Eagle Spike, I forgot what it's called, from Gachakun, but A nice chase down. Ooh, a punish counter stand medium kick from Gachikun. They have switched sides over here thanks to that air interaction. Again, the punish counter stand medium kick into the sweep combo for Gachikun. Through a short range wind shot to try to bait Mickey jumping forward. Mickey did not take the bite. But now, again, another whiff punish. That is 3 whiff punishes now for Gachikun. And Mickey is in the left corner with only about half of his drive gauge. Now up to about 2/3. He gets the drive rush cancel combo into the level 1, so now he has the powered up fans here. Nice block on the overhead, just does a crouching medium kick into the fan combo right there, down to 4. He's sitting on 2 meters, just does a raw drive rush into overhead, and Gachikun just blocked. Gonna go to the combo into the Cho Hisatsu Shinobi Bachi. Didn't kill, but the DP afterward does it. Gachikun, however, still sitting on 2 bars here. Has a chance to apply some pressure. Ooh, tries the anti-air. Mickey out of the air, but the dive kick from the air from Mickey catches the whiff. And now Mickey has the corner against Gachikun. What a backdash against the meaty throw, but it was a properly meaty throw, so Gachikun could not punish it. Staves off the fan pressure, but then a counter poke from Mickey with the standing light punch is gonna get the hit. He misses the level 1. He tried to do level 1. It would have killed, but he came out with the fan instead. And now Rashid with the hit. The crouching medium punch ×3 frame kill. Gets the hit. He's got the critical art. He's got Mickey into... Oh, no! And then Gachikun drops the combo. He had his whole level 3. It was a critical art. He got Mickey into the yellow of life bar, but he just dropped the combo. I think he was questioning himself if he wanted to do the level 3. I think he maybe thought it wasn't going to get him into the yellow. And when as soon as he saw him get into the yellow, he just was like, oh shoot, I should do the level 3, and had the wrong combo. However, Mickey starts off for round 1 in game number 3 with a drive impact, trying to go through some wind shots from Gachikun, but thanks to Gachikun's counter DI, Mickey has just been trapped in the corner, and then Gachikun has just run right over him for a perfect here in round number 1. So Gachikun trying to stay alive here. Mickey is up 2-0 over Gachikun, but in this game 3, he has 1 round already with a perfect, does Gachikun. And now Gachikun catches the crouch medium kick into the Arabian wind. And now the pressure, but he has spent a lot of meters, so has Mickey, but Mickey is going to do a drive rush cancel combo into the level 1, get the power-ups. Still sitting on 4 of those fans. Nice perfect parry against the wind shot. Oh, a jump back in the corner for Gachikun is going to blow up Mickey's attempt at the standing heavy kick. And now we're back to the neutral. Gachikun did block the crouching medium kick in time for the drive rush cancel, but then he tried to go for a throw and Mickey was able to punish, but Gachikun gets the hit. He has the level 3. This combo is certainly going to do enough damage. Gachikun not going to mess up this time. He's going to take it 2 rounds in a row here against Mickey to put 1 game on the board. It was 2-0, and now Mickey is only up 2-1. They jump right back into it and immediately start with just some neutral posturing here. A fan thrown and a drive rush crouching light kick. Remember last time his crouching medium kick afterwards was perfect parried, so he went for the overhead this time. Gachikun lands crouching medium kick, drive rush cancel, but a perfect parry on the meaty by Mickey allows a back throw and now puts Gachikun into the corner. Didn't have the meter for the level 1 juggle after the target combo. Interrupts the wind shot. And now Mickey has the corner position. But he walked backwards and Gachikun jumped out, but Mickey was in such a weird position. He wasn't sure which way to DP, and so now he is in the corner. He's allowed Gachikun out, but Mickey gets the hit. And now the shimmy off the backdash. Gachikun was in great position, but again, Mickey with a Hail Mary jumping dive kick. And catching Gachikun's anti-air button allows Mickey to get out of the corner and take that round. He's at match point. Gachikun gets a hit into an immediate Asar, but unfortunately gets back thrown, and then Mickey was able just to block and parry the entire Isar, so it's no longer a factor. He tried to stop the air movement from Gachikun, but ended up whipping, so Gotcha-kun got out of the corner, got the punish, has Mickey in the corner right now. Drive rush, crouching light kick hits, so it combos into the crouching medium kick, but double crouching medium punch from Mai is gonna connect. First one on a counter hit, and when Mai hits you with a counter hit, everything combos afterwards. So crouching medium punch, I'm sorry, it was a crouching medium punch counter hit into another crouching medium punch, into drive rush cancel, into kill for Mickey, and Mickey is gonna take it over Gotcha-kun 3-1.
Taking out Takedo, takes out Gotcha-kun, and the run keeps going.
He's stacking up bodies, but everyone, please, if you could put your hands together for Gotcha-kun coming out and participating in our tournament, it's a fantastic.
Closing the door because I don't want to be too loud to the outside world right now. All right.
Loves coming down here.
So again, if you guys are wondering what's going on here on this stream, I'm doing a restream, but I'm testing out a radio old-timey broadcast style here. Just experimenting to see if, you know, I can do this, and, you know, just as an experiment to see if this is something that people would enjoy having. Obviously, this is not for people looking for any particular insights from me or anything like that. This is just for people who are unable to watch the actual stream and maybe are working, or maybe are, you know, doing chores or something like that, or maybe they're traveling in their car and they want to keep up with everything and have a better idea of what's actually going on in the match. So I'm trying to do ultra descriptive stuff. Oh, thank you, Ed Park 8. And, you know, this is also in mind with the pay-per-view from Capcom. If they do that again, I would like to talk to Capcom and see if they would allow me to do something like this. And by doing something like this and giving them an example of what I would be doing, they can see it and maybe go, okay, you know, we'll allow people, if they want to have a free option of enjoying, you know, Capcom Cup, if it is pay-per-view, to just have it so that you can listen like this, so it's still better than nothing.
Noah, fortunately, going home. Gotcha-kun as well. Mickey progressing. Still got that.
So experimenting, because I almost did this during Capcom Cup last year, but I couldn't get official permission from Capcom in time, so I just ended up doing nothing. Oh yeah, absolutely. I had it partially set up. I just didn't have a chance to actually do anything yet. Like, I wanted to put it over here, but I just I didn't have the chance to set it up properly, but I wanted to do something like, you know, this, but as you can see, I'm gonna need to crop it and stuff like that. So I wanted to put this over here so people understood what's going on, but like, unfortunately, the way that OBS works is it's hard sometimes to move things all as a group, right? And I don't think I can put a group inside a group, can I? No, I cannot put a group inside a group. But I can try to do stuff like, Jesus Christ. There we go. Like, I can do this, like so. And maybe I can try cropping it a little bit. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, actually, I don't need to do that. I can just do it like this, right? There we go.
From further away, deal with the jet lag. You know, that was one of the reasons Punk said, you know, had some flight issues, and then said, look, the next flight I can get, by the time I get there, it's going to be Friday, and
Hi, Nathan.
I can't play this stack tournament. There's too many players to show up jet lag to it. Like,
no, sir, you cannot do that. And of course, we talk all the time about how Street Fighter 6 is a mental stack game.
Cat hair everywhere. Thanks, Shay. Hey, glad to see you as well. Hope things are going okay for you, man. As always, wish there was more I could do for you. Oh man.
It's gonna hit you like a sack of bricks. But, it's how you
All right.
if you can't quite
So
get
once again, if you guys are just tuning in, well, there's not that many people here, so not going to worry about it right now. I think everybody that's in the chat right now kind of gets the idea of what's going on over here. I'm just trying to do like a radio broadcast for people who are not in a position to be able to watch the... Jesus, Nathan! Who are not in the position to be able to watch the stream. So I'm just curious if in the future, like obviously this one is a very, very awkward time. So the ability for people to, I mean, the number of people who want to use something like this right now is just basically going to be incredibly small. So what I'm doing right now is just trying this out and seeing what people think of it. And then that way, you know, in the future, if there's ever a big event that I'm not at, I can provide this in case some people... Obviously, the tournaments are on the weekend, so the number of people that would need something like this might be small. But, you know, sometimes when a tournament is going and you're working on the weekend or something like that, and, you know, people might need something like this, or they're traveling, etc., etc. So, you know, something like this might be useful for people. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Wait, Necromancy Black, where are you at? I forget. Ah, God, why is this game so loud? But in case people are wondering, that is what I'm trying to do here. I am just trying to see how a radio kind of stream would go. Also, for the purposes of potentially, you know, pitching to Capcom for Capcom Cup to be able to do something like this to supplement the people who basically will not have a chance to listen to, I mean, to watch it if they can't afford or pay for it or something like that. So something like this is just here to, you know, help in that kind of a situation. So, so that's the idea, basically. That's the idea. See if people could use something like this. See if people would enjoy something like this. For sure, Shay, but this is a different idea here because it's not going to be me as much talking to people except in between matches like this. But for the most part, I'm just going to be, you know, I don't know why I can't talk right now. For the most part, it's just going to be, you know, me kind of narrating what's happening into the match, like doing true play-by-play, like doing actual play-by-play like it's a radio broadcast. The goal for that is, as I've said, to, you know, see if there's any interest for people who would like something like this. What's up, Coral Nane? How's it going? How's it going? Oh, you're in Brisbane? How come I never really made that connection, Necromancy Black? I don't know why I never really... I didn't know you were in Australia. I don't know why. I never knew that. Okay. Maybe you told me before, but I forgot. Yeah, Dan F&P, basically trying to do the bird's eye view, like Chick Hearn, basically. Yeah, and a lot of people will have streams in the background and stuff like that, and that is exactly what the idea for this is. You know, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Oh my God, it's so bright. Jesus. I don't know if that's necessarily better. Okay. So that's the plan. That's the idea right here. But, you know, in the meantime, while we're still waiting for the next match to get up on stream, if you guys do have any questions or stuff like that, I'm always totally down to, you know, answer questions and try to help people understand or you know, help people. Like if you're just in the chat and you're like, Oh my god, I need help. In fact, Coral Name, weren't you one of them a while ago, last stream, or am I mistaken? Somebody asked me to help, and so I was like, maybe one of the other streams or something like that. So if you ever need help or anything like that, so... oh, thank you, Coral Lane. Appreciate that. But yeah, if anybody needs any help or wants any advice on any of the characters or anything like that, just let me know. Remind me of fond times with my father, where we would listen to the local baseball game in big road trips. Yeah, exactly. We'll tell you what things you've done this Evo, so I watched the VODs. I did Vampire Savior. I did one of the pools. I did one of the pools for Street Fighter 6. I did the Tyler 1 Ludwig exhibition. And I also did top 24 to top 8 of Vampire Savior. I didn't get to do the top 8 for Vampire Savior, which I was really heartbroken over, but if we can get Vampire Savior back, you know, if we can get it back at Evo 2027, I might still be able to have a chance to do top 8 at an Evo at some point, so we'll see what happens. Nathan is really hungry right now. He really wants food, and he is going into supreme cat niceness mode right here. As you can see, he is in super isn't ST? I mean, they haven't announced the games yet, Dan. So none of us know what's going to be on big stage next year. I don't think they've announced anything yet. So in between the rounds and radio broadcasts, you guys get to see my fat little baby over here. Oh well. Anyways, okay, here we go. Match is about to start. All right. So we have Boost here, who is going to be on second player side, going with the Terry, and NL going with the Sagat on the left side on player 1, choosing to go with the classic outfit. Meanwhile, Boost going with the Mark of the Wolves jacket in the neutral here. Already NL getting close range and pressuring with the stand medium punches. But Boost built some distances when able to get a whiff punish with the crouching medium kick drive rush cancel, but a back throw from NL has Boost in the corner now. Boost with a drive rush cancel to get out of the corner. Tiger knee to get in. And now tried to jump away but got hit by the overhead part of Tiger Nexus, so got flattened. Boost taking a big chunk of damage there, but getting the wake up OD rising tackle, and then the back-to-back heavy punches from Terry finding its mark on NL, but NL didn't take much damage. Has a wake up ODDP. NL didn't try to check the drive rush at all. Just kind of allowed himself to block it. Reacts to the power wave with a level 1 super tiger shot. And NL trades, but it's enough to kill Boost. So he kills him with a level 1 trade against the power wave. Boost was definitely not thinking about that. We have a drive rush cancel into standing medium punch. Was able to get the back heavy punch combo, but Boost then gets a hit with the wall bounce and the side switch, so now NL is trapped in the corner. NL with about 4 blocks of drive gauge. Boost lands a hit, has NL trapped in the corner, then both of them sitting on very healthy drive gauges, but Boost gets a hit, gets the drive rush canceled into the easy confirm into the kill without even having to spend any of his meter. So Boost with the second round, tying it up here. Starting off with, oh my goodness, NL empty jumping over a fireball, landing, and both of them throwing out buttons and trading. But using the power wave drive rush to get in, and now Boost Lee with a drive rush light punch to punish the whiff standing heavy punch from NL. NL in the corner trying to fight his way out. Boost lands a counter hit stand heavy kick, lands another raw standing heavy kick, tries to drive rush cancel, but NL, after blocking the drive rush cancel, gets an ODDP to build a little bit space, but Boost, drive rush, heavy punch, put himself right back into the corner here. NL needs to fight out of this corner position right now. Another stand heavy kick, and now a stand medium kick counter hit, but no Buster Wolf comboed afterwards. Boost, though, still has the corner position. NL finds a step low, pushes himself out, but now Boost got him back in, but a backwards jump from Boost in the corner is going to punish, I'm sorry, from NL is going to punish Boost's standing heavy kick. And he combos into a level 3. Not going to be enough to kill, but Boost on low drive gauge, low health. NL himself on a small amount of meter. That's going to die to an OD rising tackle. Not sure what NL was trying to go for. Looked like maybe he was trying to predict a fireball, a power wave, or maybe a stand heavy kick jump forward. And Boost was able to get the kill just with a simple OD rising tackle anti-air. Both players starting this next round here with no meter. Already at 90 seconds, NL is burned out and Boost is going for the crack shoot pressure. NL sitting on no gauge right now because he did land that level 3. Oh, actually, no, this is the round 1 start. So there's just no meter. He commits to the entire standing medium kick, heavy kick target combo. It gets blocked by Boost, and Boost gets an easy punish into drive rush dump combo and is able to get the win here in round number 1. All right, round number 2 starting. A Tiger knee to get in there. We saw the screen shake, so definitely plus. Crouching heavy punch, drive rush canceled the crouching medium kick, delayed crouching medium kick, caught Boost. Boost baits out a wake up. Drive reversal, gets the punish, and drains a ton of health from Boost. Boost in the corner with just about 20% life left, but has barely done any damage to NL. NL finds a stand light punch, a stray stand light punch, gets the hit into a drive rush cancel, into an easy combo, and NL taking round number 2. We're one round apiece here. Oh no! NL goes for a drive reversal, doesn't work, but Boost really didn't get much off of that punish there. Oh no, the standing heavy punch from NL, very hit confirmable into the standing heavy kick, so NL was able to drain 2,000 of Boost's life just like that. And now back to neutral here, both of them a little at the center of the screen. A drive rush cancel from NL makes Boost go for the drive reversal to push him back, so both of them in the orange for the drive gauge. Oh, but Boost gets a burn knuckle, and now NL is in the corner, but of course Sagat, with the great range on his buttons, very good at fighting out. NL whiffs the button. Boost tried to whiff punish it with a standing heavy kick. It was too late, and NL ended up whiff punishing that. So NL is out of the corner, both of them at just under 50% life. Both of them with full drive gauge. Neither of them are committing to anything here in the neutral. They are just walking back and forth. It's 1-1 in rounds here in game number 2. Boost did take the first game. And NL slowly actually walking Boost a little bit backwards towards his own corner. And after a low step kick, a delayed jab from NL is going to find the hit on Boost. He got NL to block the step low kick, and of course he is minus in that situation, so NL just waited and then hit crouching light punch, and Boost, instead of poking back right away after blocking the step low, tried to steal extra turns by walking forward, but unfortunately that walk forward was just enough to allow NL with the delayed jab to hit him into the drive rush cancel. And speaking of, stand jab drive rush cancel against Boost's raw drive rush at the start of the round. However, a perfect parry from Boost is going to get him out of the corner. NL sitting on very low drive gauge, probably why he's getting hit here, but a perfect parry. Wake up! What the heck? NL just did standing light kick after the perfect parry into nothing, which allowed Boost to counter poke, counter hit, and now has NL in the corner. NL down into yellow health with only about 1.5 blocks of drive gauge at this point. Boost drive rushes in, tries to apply pressure, but Boost not quite in the green right now, doesn't want to drive rush cancel yet. He's got it now, tries to trade with the OD power wave, but instead all it does is delay it. So the level 1 tiger shot, oh, the tiger knee missed. And so the attempted perfect parry from Boost gets thrown, and then an OD tiger shot, OD low tiger shot from NL confirmed into the tiger shot super is going to give him round number 1. Brother. Crouching medium punch poke right there from NL with the drive rush cancel is going to take Boost all the way into the corner here. Standing medium punch pressure, yep, gets the throw from Boost being scared to touch buttons. We've got throw loops here, that's 2 throws. Drive rush in for a 3rd throw. Let's see what NL does. Drive rush for a fourth throw, and that one was counter hit. Oh, trying to catch with the standing medium punch was a little too far away. Maybe he was trying to bait something out. Boost is breaking out of the corner, gets the back throw against NL, and now he gets NL in the corner. NL with 50% life and about 3 blocks of drive gauge here. Boost in the yellow already. Raw drive rush, crouch jab into tick throw. Doesn't go for his own through loop. Great block on the quick burn overhead. But Boost uses the minus frames as a bait into the level 3. And sure enough, NL tried to take his turn. And so after blocking the quick burn, NL swung and Boost gets the level 3 to take it to round number 3. But again, Boost with a raw drive rush at the start and NL with standing jab into drive rush cancel. But a nice little side switch combo off of the OD shoulder tackle from Boost, and now NL is in the right corner over here with no drive gauge. Gets thrown into the corner. Boost perhaps hoping that he would do a... Oh, okay, ODDP from NL. And he's going to burn himself out, so now he's stuck in this terrible situation. However, NL has a level 3. So Boost has to be very careful here in this burnout situation. Oh, he gets the drive impact! NL wasn't ready for it. Boost about to build up to the level 2. Won't even need it, but he's just going all the way through. Gets the level 1 Buster Wolf. Gonna take that round. NL was being so careful and Boost was doing such a good job finding places to put in the mediums into crack shoot pressure. NL was so distracted, maybe trying to find the gaps in there, that he was not expecting the drive impact. And now, ooh, Boost actually getting the power wave under a high tiger shot, comboed into a raw drive rush, and now has NL in the corner over here. NL trying to fight his way out of this corner here. He has almost all of his drive gauge. Gonna use a drive rush cancel into a shimmy. Okay, Boost with a backdash to get away, but a tiger knee over the power wave puts NL, pushing Boost almost to Boost's corner, but Boost with a backdash into the lighter burn knuckle. Oh, there we go, and tried to trade with the power wave, but that time it was a heavy power wave. I'm sorry, a medium power wave. So it actually beat the tiger shot super. And then a wake-up ODDP from NL baited out by Boost Lee. Boost is now in match point here. Oh, he tried to wake up. He started the round with drive rush into quick burn, perhaps to try to bait out NL's stand jab counter that he's been going with. But NL actually jumped forward and was able to punish the whiff quick burn. Oh, a raw jump over the power wave gives NL big damage, and then the super delayed drive rush into crouching medium kick is gonna put Boost at a pixel because NL didn't want to spend the meter, but then the long legs of the law from Sagat standing medium kick, kicking the power wave before the power wave even had a chance to come out. NL's gotta win this one to stay alive. It's the losers quarters here at Battle Arena Melbourne. Top 8. Okay, try to jump over a power wave, but Boost getting the anti-air. Wake up ODDP from NL. Trade of the standing medium kicks. And now a high tiger shot to anti-air at neutral jump from Boost. And then drive rush throw into the corner. Tried to walk up, but Boost waking up with his own jab. Gets the counter hit, and then a drive rush overhead. Gonna put NL all the way into the corner. Doesn't matter anyway. He has enough drive gauge. He has enough meter. There we go, the level 3. Boom! And Boost takes out NL. Sorry, Melbourne. Battle Arena Melbourne. Because not even Ben, it's like Ben. It's like it's a difference between saying Wisconsin and Wisconsin, right? Totally different. Battle Arena Melbourne. Bun. Battle Arena Melbourne.
Absolutely. Before we go, we do have to make sure that we recognize recognise our sponsors here, the 2026 official partner and Capcom 13.
Oh, but yeah, if you guys are wondering what's going on over here, trying to do a little bit of a radio stream here. Obviously, you guys can see it on the screen, but I'm just wondering how useful this would be. Like if you guys actually want on one of the matches just to look away, or maybe on one of the games, I'll just turn off the video temporarily and just see what you guys think. Let me know if it actually seems to be pretty good then. I mean, you should take out the O, the U, and the R, right? Melbourne. Melbourne. Okay, so we are at a commercial break here. It is now midnight. And somebody is hungry, so let's go feed the boy here. Let's go feed the boy. Hi, Nathan. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Alright, here we go. Where is it? Why am I not getting any video? Why am I not getting any video? Hello? Oh, there is the video. Okay, it started. Oh, was I actually filming the screen so I got confused? Is that what happened? Why is it zoomed in so much? That's what happened. I accidentally zoomed in. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Nathan. Hi, cutie pie. Hi. Let's go eat. Let's go eat. Nathan. Let's get you some food, Nathan. Meow. I'm gonna try to walk jumping up here. I just want to see if it'll be a funny little butt jump. So cute. When he tries to jump up here, he gets too close and realizes to back up a little bit, so he just kind of shuffles backwards. It's so adorable. Yes, Nathan. Yes, I hear you. Yes, Nathan. I hear you. Alright, let's see if I can get him to butt jump. Alright, here we go. Come up now. Okay. You didn't quite do it like he was done before, but you saw a little bit there. God, I don't know what it is. I'm not feeding him more food than normal. Maybe a tiny bit. But I swear he's like gained a little bit of weight here. Definitely a little bulkier than before. Cute cat. Alright, hang on one second. I gotta go and clean some stuff out here. Phone will probably fall or whatever. Tomorrow I get all that stuff ready here. You enjoying your food, Nathan? You enjoying your food, Nathan? What a kitty. What a kitty. Cat. It's the cat. It's the cat. Look. Look. Looking at my hand like that hand does not contain food, thus I do not care. Alright. Oh no, the camera died. The camera died. What the hell? That was weird. Okay, well, in any case. Sorry about that, guys. That's actually really... Oh, yeah, I didn't mute. Sorry. That's actually kind of a neat idea, actually picking up the... Like, having a soundboard for, like, the stuff. I mean, I could easily set that up on my... Excuse me, on my Stream Deck. Oh, man. So, yeah. Just chilling here. Just I figured I was gonna watch the Battle Arena Melbourne because I wanted to see who was gonna win. So I was like, you know what, I should try this radio stream idea, stuff like that. Yeah, he did play Akuma, but NL is not bashful about switching to what he thinks are stronger characters to top tier. NL is very known for switching. During Street Fighter V, you could see it. He would switch between Karin and Cammy constantly, depending on who was stronger. He went with Akuma, but at this point in time, he probably just feels like that. What's his face? Akuma is a stronger. Sagat is a stronger character. So NL is very quick to change characters that he finds stronger. I'm surprised he didn't go with Mai. I'm surprised he doesn't have a Mai. Maybe he just feels like he's not gelling with that character or something. But I feel like Mai would have been a good choice to go to after Akuma. He does play Mai. He does have a Mai. I've seen him play Mai before. But maybe there's something about Sagat's damage or something like that. So Fly Low Am, you're saying his Mai isn't ready yet, huh? Interesting. Okay. Oh, man. Akuma is not top tier in that way. I don't think Akuma is top 5 even. I think most people say top 5 are gonna, like, if you talk to most people, the top 5 right now seem to be like JP, Blanca, Sagat, Ed, and God, who's the last one that I'm missing here? Maybe Ryu, because Ryu is also very, very strong as well. Who's missing in my head right now? I did say Sagat, so I said Blanca, Ed, JP, oh, Jamie, obviously, no, just kidding. JP, Mai, and Sagat. Oh, did I not say Mai? I didn't say Mai. That's okay. Yeah. So Sagat, Mai, JP, Ed, and Blanca are probably considered the top 5 right now. With Ryu just right, like Ryu and Terry, Akuma like right under there probably. Those 3 are really strong. Some people would put Bison there maybe, but Bison definitely has some weaknesses, just no wake-ups basically. But like if you had to do a second tier of 5 characters, that's a tough one. For sure Ryu, Terry, and Ryu, Terry, Bison, Akuma would be in there. So there just needs to be a 5th character probably to round that group out. Like, I personally would probably have someone like DJ or something like that. I think DJ's way better than people give him credit for. Some people might even put Zangief in there, but I don't believe it's Zangief. You know, Cammy, Juri are 2 characters that a lot of people would consider. Rashid, another character that some people would consider. But yeah, if I had to round out that top 5, it's hard to say. and the thing about it too is like, you know, saying like did characters fall out of top 10 and etc. etc. It's really like some characters would actually fall out a little bit, but it's more just that other characters just get stronger. It's just that other characters get stronger. So, Cornane, what is it that you wanted me to talk about with the when playing is that I usually get very scared when doing Oki and block strings. I get the fact that you kind of see what your opponent does about it, but dude, so what you have to do with a lot of your Oki and your pressure is you have, like, when you're starting off, when you're trying to get better, what you want to do is not leave it up to like a lot of chance and stuff like that. You want to get your fixed Oki. So like Cammy is a great example here, right? If you do low forward drill like that, if you dash, she's plus 11, which is perfect for a meaty crouching heavy punch, right? So this is like a good combo right there, because if that connects, you can get that, right? But also if you delay a little bit, you can go for the throw. Whoa, throw escape is active. So like this is a kind of a situation where you would just have those two mixed up, right? So like you want to build yourself Oki with your character in a way that the game kind of plays for you. Who do you use? Who do you use, Cornane? And also on block pressure too. So the one thing about this game compared to older Street Fighters is if you have the opponent blocking everything, remember most characters have no plus on block normals except for like 1 or 2. Cammy's only plus on block normal is her crouching heavy punch, right? So everything else is minus except for drive rush normals, right? Then you have to deal with the plus frames off of that. So most of the time you don't have to, like, understanding the frame data and whose turn it is really changes how you play the game, right? Because like, let's say I do this, I'm -1, right? So if Jury responds after blocking with a crouch light punch, like so, whoop, like that, even my fastest button at 4 frames will lose, basically, right? Wait, why did I hit her? Wait, what's happening here? I'm -1. Do I have a delay for 3 frames? That's why. Jesus Christ. I was like, what is happening here? So there you go. So if Jury responds with the fastest button possible, I can't do anything about it, right? So you have to be aware that if you're doing moves that are minus on block, you lose your turn, right? So you have to accept the fact that if Jury does this, there's nothing you can do about it. I can't throw, I can't do anything. The only thing I can do is perfect parry this, right? That's the only thing I can do. And, well, that's not even fast enough to punish, okay. Whoops. Right, so you can do something like that, right? So you have to be aware of when you're plus and when you're minus after you make them block some of your stuff. If you don't have that grasp down of what turns are all about, that's a problem. So if I get this block, it's going to be her turn. However, if I'm over here and get her to block, and she throws out a 4-frame button like this to take her turn, because of distance, it's not going to necessarily work. And then I can do something like, whoops. Maybe crouching strong. There we go, crouching strong. So I can get a whiff punish this way, right? So now, because of distance, now the Jury has to think about what to do, right? So this is a way that, you know, distance makes it so that minus frames aren't not necessarily as bad, but if you're point blank and I'm -1 and I can't get away from that. The only thing I can do, like I said, is perfect parry or ODDP or super, right? Those are the only things I can do. I have to have invincibility to win. 4 is the magic number in this game, okay? So if I'm -4, then they can punish me, right? Let's see, this is -3. That's, stop attacking. This is -3, this is -3, this is +1, -4, but I'm too far away. So I'm too far away, Jury can't actually hit me if I make her block this. But if I'm -4, that means she can punish me, right? So I think something like that maybe. Let's see, -2. The light one is -3, so they're all safe. And yeah, so basically, you just have to understand the kind of things. Oh, you're using Elena. Elena is really tricky. Elena's really tricky. However, I have a crazy Oki document for Elena. If you want that, if you're on Twitter, send me a DM and I can link you to that document. But in general, what you have to understand about the Oki situation, right, is that it's a mix-up. It's a guess. You can't second guess yourself, right? And again, if they wake up with an ODDP, it really doesn't matter because you're gonna get hit and whatever, you lose damage and you guessed wrong. That's not a big deal. You can't think of it as something that's really bad unless you die, obviously. But the thing about it is, so the mix-up is always going to be, attack, throw, shimmy, right? That's the mix-up right there, is the attack, throw, shimmy. So normally, when you get the knockdown and you want to do like an attack, throw, shimmy kind of thing, like Elena here can do a dash after this. Actually, medium DP is usually a great example here. So this in the dash is +5. So this gives me a perfect attack, throw, shimmy mix-up over here, because if I do this, I can dash up into throw, I can do dash up into meaty, or I can do shimmy. I can do dash up into shimmy, right? I can shimmy in this situation here. So that's the basis of your mix-up. And that's how you have to view it. Those are the 3 options you have when you knock them down, right? So again, this is a perfect setup for this, because if you dash, if they try to wake up with a crouching light punch like so, my button wins. If they try to wake up with a crouching, if they try to wake up with a crouching light punch, my throw wins. And if they try to wake up with a throw, like so, okay, that's not a, I can't shimmy by walking backwards, but I can shimmy by backdashing. And I'm +11 here, so I can whiff punish with, ooh, I can't whiff punish with that. But I can whiff punish with something like this, or something like this, So it's an attack, throw, shimmy setup here. And so this is just the basis of your mix-up. And most of the time when you get these knockdown situations, that's your mix-up. Now, Elena's different because she has a lot of situations where she ends up being +39. And so Elena's main mix-up is that, right? Is the Link's Whirl setups. But in general, if you are just going for a regular attack, throw, shimmy mix-up, it's just a rock, paper, scissors. And you have to read your opponent, etc., etc. But the reason why that this is so strong is because shimmy beats wake up DP as well, right? So if I do this, and I dash up and I try to shimmy, in situations where I can walk back shimmy, right? That's not a great example of it. I can't think of an example right now, so just pretend I can walk away and shimmy here. But as you can see right there, the shimmy also beats the wake up DP. You can also, of course, just call out the wake up DP and know that, just be like, in my bones, I think they're gonna do this, right? But, you know, if you're doing it, it's kind of like, you know, you're doing a shimmy plus a block against wake up at the same time. So even with the wake up DP, which beats attack and throw, it loses the shimmy. And not only that, but if you think about it from a, like, almost like a poker situation, like how much you're betting, how much you're all in, if you block the DP, they die. So if you get hit by one, they most likely don't get Oki. So it's not too much of a problem, right? So you don't care that you get hit by it because you got hit by it, they guessed right. Oh well. Oh well. Next time, remember that they're willing to do it, right? And so now that just becomes information. But if you guess right one time against their DP, especially with somebody like Elena, right? Like, then, whoops, then you can just kiss the enemy goodbye, right? Like, you know, and et cetera, et cetera. You basically get to murder people. God, I haven't played Elena in a while. I forgot what my setup is, but what my combo is, but it hurts. Okay, that wasn't it right there. But yeah, I can do like 7,000 damage to them, you know, by blocking a DP, even without a level 3, or with a level 3, I can do like 7,000 damage. It's kind of ridiculous. So that's the thing you have to realize, is that if they do get the wake up DP on you, one, it will lose the shimmy, and if you do it, they die. And so if you do get hit with a wake up DP, it's not that bad. But if you understand the logic, if you really understand the logic of the attack, throw, shimmy mix up there, and you get the idea that it is just, you know, I'm just gonna pick the option that I think is gonna work, and you do that based off of their play style, right? Again, shimmy loses to wake up buttons, throw loses to throw tech, and attack loses to blocking, right? Not really loses to, air quotes, but, you know, obviously they're blocking, and so they didn't die. So, that's kind of how you have to look at it. And so, when you fight against an opponent, instead of being like, what should I do? Oh my god, I'm scared of ODDP. What the problem is you're treating ODDP and turning kind of your mix-up situation into a 50-50. You're like, okay, he might ODDP, I'm scared to pressure, so now you don't do anything. You've made the mix-up easier for the opponent for them, because you've turned it from a 3-way mix-up into a 2-way mix-up. Either I'm going to try something, or I'm going to try to block the ODDP. You have to trust your gut. You have to be willing to be wrong, because if you don't keep that 3-way mix-up, you'll never be able to keep them guessing. So if they do wake up with an ODDP and they're right against your throw or against your attack, what you can think about it is, oh good, they're willing to wake up DP, so now I can mix them up better. Or I don't think he's going to wake up DP twice in a row, so after I get hit by the first one, I feel like I have a free media attack the next time, because he's not going to do it twice, right? You know, he's going to try to bait you out. And so, like, it becomes that kind of mind game. But again, the biggest thing about that mind game, about RPS, is that you will just lose sometimes. And if you lose, fine, it's okay. Because the attacker has such a distinct advantage, because if you get the shimmy, you murder them. If they take the throw, you've got a throw loop. Not Elena, but Elena's got good, she can Oki anyway. If you just block, you know, then, like I said, I get the throw loop. If you wake up and throw, I can shimmy you. If you wake up with a button, I can meaty you, and I get way more damage. Whereas the guy on defense, if he's right, what does he get? Right? He doesn't get anything, right? So if he blocks my meaty, that's not great. That doesn't feel like a win for him. if he techs my throw, he's still in the corner, whatever. So, and if he presses a button against your shimmy and makes you block, I mean, he's still kind of in the corner. So what you have to realize is you're in such a distinct advantage position that, your three-way guess forced on them is seriously way more effective than their guesses on their get-up. And if they hit you with an ODDP, it really doesn't matter. They spent 2 bars, and now you know that they're willing to do that, and if you block it, you murder them. So again, have faith in the rock, paper, scissors, especially at lower to good level. It's when you get to the super extreme expert level that it starts to become, I know this opponent, he tends to do this, and I fought him before, and you're just getting into. But the thing is, the beginning of the round, and the other thing too is that if you get hit by an ODDP, that's just information, because is he the kind of person that's gonna tech the throw every time? Like I've told people, like every time I get people into that mix-up, I throw first every time because I want to see how eager they are to tech throws. And if they tech throws right away, and then I do a meaty and they block that, I know they're a delay techer, so I can shimmy them, etc., etc. It's really that way. That's how it works. So Ancient Crystal, I'm trying to do something different, so maybe this actually works really well if you aren't able to watch the screen. Here we go. It's Hinao going up against Kosa. Hinao with the Ryu, Kosa with the Akuma. Immediately a side switch began, and Hinao gets a combo and blocks the wake up ODDP from Kosa. So now Hinao has Kosa trapped in the corner. Beautiful whiff punish with the sweep, however, from Kosa. And now Kosa is out of the corner, gets a cross-up on Hinao. Hinao only at 2 blocks of drive gauge, and a punish counter cross-up from Kosa gets him into the corner, and he is in a situation. Nice backdash against the meaty throw from Hinao. Gets the punish, but immediately Kosa, with a counter hit confirm, puts Hinao back in the corner, does a meaty OD fireball, tries to bait out a level 1. He just did drive. I didn't even see what happened. It was like drive rush into nothing, and Kosa went for the demon flip, and Hinao just DP'd him out of the air because he stopped that drive rush so fast, then just got a meaty hit, and so Hinao taking round number 1. Hinao using Fashion Ryu in the blue jacket. Nice perfect parry and combo from Kosa, but then Hinao wakes up with the ODDP. Hinao, however, down to only 2 blocks of drive gauge. However, DPs that demon flip into dive kick attempt. Not that time. But now Kosa with a drive rush cancel gets a combo and is pushed Hinao towards the corner. Meaty throw. Now throws a fireball. Goes for a rob jump. And I am pretty sure Hinao was going for a DP. But he pumped it twice and it came out as a level 1 super. And so Hinao actually anti-aired with a level 1. But a neutral jump against the demon flip. Kosa did nothing on landing, so he was able to DP the neutral jump into the level 3. Hinao with only a tiny block, and Kosa baits out the wake up ODDP and takes that round. Ties it up 1 round apiece here. Hinao with a great start, but gets a button whiff punish by Kosa standing medium kick, and now eats a meaty. Kosa has the corner, goes for the meaty once again, and here we go into the Tatsu combo. Hinao has taken so much damage, but a wake-up back throw is going to push Kosa into the corner. This is so dangerous. Oh my god. Hinao with 2 or 3 guesses already. He's going to go for the level 3 here because he wants his meter back. So Hinao, down to just a tiny block of life, has already drained Kosa down to just about the same amount. And then he just walks up with a stand heavy punch and a drive impact. And Kosa eats the stand heavy punch, gets comboed by the drive impact. And so Hinao takes that round after Kosa with an amazing start. But I want you to notice, Coral Nane, how that little mix-up I was talking about was going, right? Kosa went for a couple of, like, so right here. Knockdown, he just goes for the meaty. And then it turns that, because it was a plus frame off the drive rush, into a shimmy, right? So, again, the same mix-up. Meaty again. And now he gets the whiff punish over here in the corner into the super, and it kills, right? See, so Kosa not worried about the ODDP. He's just trusting in his mix-up, and he went for the meaty a bunch of times and used those to set up spacing traps. He now starts off with a raw drive rush stand light punch, hits Kosa's check. Now Kosa, after blocking an attack, goes into an OD uppercut, does an empty demon flip, allowing Hinao to drive rush in. Hinao with the light Hashogeki to try to bring out a parry attempt from Kosa. But then Kosa gets a whiff punish. Oh, this time it works. The light Hashogeki baits out the parry, so he gets the punish counter throw and burns Kosa out with a few more block strings. He is trapped in the corner here. He gets stunned against the wall. Kosa had no reason to spend his level 1 in that situation. He now, with over 50% of his life, wasn't going to pay off for him. And so now 1 round apiece here. OD Demon Flip into the chop. Find its hit. Kosa tried to go for a shimmy again, but that time Hinao pressing a button when he went for the shimmy, which beats shimmies, was able to hit Kosa. And now Kosa tried to get out of the corner, but a nice DP reaction from Hinao stops him from there. Kosa still trapped in the corner, but Hinao down to 1 block. Nice anti-air again. Kosa desperately trying to get out of the corner with these jumps. Goes for the parry! And he now walked up and faked it. He just shimmied and he saw the parry, and that parry is there for a long time. So he now walks up, gets the punish counter throw, goes up 2-0 over Kosa. I don't think Akuma's bad though. I think Akuma's really good. However, I don't know if he's so good that he deserves 9,000 health, but giving me the extra 1,000 health would make him very, very strong. So again, Akuma's not bad. He's top 10, and everybody's top 10, even if they're different, is correct. It's just really going to depend on who you fight against and stuff like that. So, all right, here we go. Jump in, but a missed DP from Hinao. Very weird. A crouching light punch came out, and so Kosa just lands a jump combo and gets Hinao into the corner. Neutral jump from Hinao, tries to land with a crouching medium kick, but Kosa with a great whiff punish on that. He now down to about 40% life, and now just about 33% life after that throw. So he now down to about 33%, 1 bar of drive gauge. Kosa with plenty of life. Not too much drive gauge, but allows Hinao to walk out of the corner because Kosa has such a life advantage here. They are playing a fireball game, exactly what Kosa wanted. Baits Hinao into feeling comfortable with the fireball. Raw jumps over one of them, takes round number 1. Kosa now, with an immediate neutral jump, gets hit out of the air by the high blade kick from Hinao. And now Hinao DPs the demon flip, catches Kosa with a crouching medium kick into drive rush combo, backs up because he knew Kosa was going to try to jump out of the corner with a meaty backdash essentially to DP that, and then gets the shimmy on Kosa, and Hinao with a perfect, just absolute slaughterfest here in round number 2. All right, here we go. Starting here, Kosa with an OD fireball gets the hit, goes for the shimmy on the meaty right there, but Hinao doesn't take the bait. Hinao now back to the fireball, charges up the Hashogeki, drive rush into the stand light punch to bait him, but then he went for the can crusher. I'm sorry, not the can crusher, the rocket punch, and unfortunately Kosa jumped at that time, so he was able to get the punish with the cross up into a big combo. And he's going to take it just like that, and he gets a perfect against Hinao. And so now Kosa taking this game, it's 2-1. But yeah, you can see it kind of, right? Coral Name, now when you think about that, attack, throw, shimmy, attack, throw, shimmy, attack, throw, shimmy. Every time one of the characters is plus, whether it's a knockdown or a plus normal, you can see that's what they play. Even if, like, for example, let's say Akuma does an adamant fist, and it gets blocked and he's minus, you still have to play that same mix-up, except Akuma, the attacker, is the one on the defense all of a sudden. So now, after blocking Adamant Fist, Adamant Flame, you know, Ryu gets to play that rock attack, throw, shimmy mix-up. And so that's basically how you have to see a lot of this game. Which is where a lot of the, complaints about this game come from, that it's, quote, random, unquote. But Obviously, you can see how good these players are, and it's not quite that way. But Hinao with round number 1, he's at match point. Kosa now playing the neutral with a fireball. Rod jumps over a fireball, gets a hit into the Tatsu combo, puts Hinao into the corner with about 60% life left. Hinao wakes up with an ODDP, gets him away. A nice check with a standing jab from Kosa against the Rod drive rush, but couldn't combo that into anything. But Kosa here still with a huge lead. And you see Hinao once again with that light Hashogeki at a range where he's trying to miss. Trying to bait Kosa into a parry. What a beautiful whiff punish with a sweep from Kosa. Blocks the wake-up DP. It's going to have plenty of drive gauge for 2 drive rush cancels into the kill without spending any meter. He's going into round 3 with a full 3 gauges. But unfortunately for him, Hinao also with the 3 gauges. Immediate jump by Kosa at the start of the round. Hinao with the DP gets the throw. And now drive rush is in. Drive rush canceled to keep the pressure going. But again, another OD fireball from Kosa. Get the knockdown in the neutral. And then he gets the drive rush back throw against Hinao. And now we'll wake up ODDP from Kosa to keep Hinao closer to the corner. Oh, jumping at a range where Kosa didn't feel comfortable DPing. Oh, he caught him. He drive rushed, whiffed the button. Looked like it was going to be a shimmy attempt, but instead he just whiffs the drive rush, whiff jab into crouching medium kick. Kosa got hit low. Combo into level 3. Kosa is at his last leg, but he gets a punish counter sweep into the side switch. And Kosa actually burnt himself out. And that means that Hinao burned himself out. Kosa goes for the drive impact, stuns Hinao into the corner, combos into the level 3. And there you go, Kosa ties it up. It's 2-2. Yes, if you do the side switches like that, you are sacrificing damage in favor of positioning. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, that is a thing to do. Because again, in Street Fighter 6, real estate is more important than damage, right? So you can be losing a match really badly, but if you get the opponent into the corner, remember we saw that one round where Kosa got that big lead and then Hinao just killed him, and he did it off of a side switch, and then he just got him in the corner, because when you're in the corner, you don't have any space to walk backwards to make people whiff. It's so much scarier in the corner. So positioning is paramount in Street Fighter 6. So getting the corner is super, super important because it just makes the opponent make mistakes for you to be able to make big comebacks like that. Here we go. It's game number 5. It's the same characters. No character switch over here. Starting round number 1 again with a jump. But unfortunately for Hinao, he walked a little too far forward and he didn't get the autocorrect DP. So the DP whipped. Kosa got the punish, but then Hinao read the shimmy on wake up, got the crouch medium kick and the side switch, and now has put Kosa into the corner after another combo. Saw the whiff standing medium kick from Hinao, but no whiff punish from Kosa. Kosa, nice parries against the Hashogeki, building up a bunch of his drive gauge. A little bit of a staggered meaty right there from Kosa. Finds the counter hit, another counter hit throw. Kosa goes for another throw, but Hinao with the tech. Oh, just a raw demon flip. Wow, I'm surprised Hinao didn't DP that. Maybe he was scared that he was going to go for an early chop to bait out that DP. Kosa with a huge life lead, Hinao with only a tiny bit of life. He actually was able to DP Kosa's attempt to jump and air fireball, but then Kosa with the wake-up ODDP, which if was blocked, he was dead. But Kosa was like, you know what, it ain't no thing. Kosa's at match point, gets a counter hit, crouching light punch, and a stand light kick into the light adamant fist, baits out a button from Hinao, gets a whip punish with a sweep. And now wakes up with a parry, but Hinao wasn't in the range to get that throw. And there we saw the high blade kick whiff and a sweep whiff. Not a lot of whiff punishes here, but Kosa does get the counter hit. Goes for the rocket punch in the corner and swings afterwards and hits Kosa. No, Kosa wake up with an ODDP, and this time Hinao actually baits it out. And he's gonna take it to the final round. It doesn't always beat DP attempts, it's just the distance and the range, Shay. Alright, neutral jump that time from Kosa, but now a drive rush normal into another button. Kosa tried to swing and he got hit, counter hit. So he's already lost 25% of his life. Hinao, however, low on drive gauge. He's only got 2 blocks. Got punish countered, stand light kick into Tatsu. Again, that time was just a straight punish on a blocked attack. Oh, the demon flip chop actually catches Hinao after Hinao did a neutral jump. You see Kosa there trying to be very careful against Hinao's neutral jump. Hinao's neutral jumping is really causing Kosa a lot of problems. He jumped, but Kosa didn't have the DP ready, but he got the counter hit on the stand jab into the wall splat on the OD Adamant Flame, was able to combo after he tried to go for a tech, but he wasn't expecting Hinao to wake up with a button. Hinao wakes up with a button, gets counter hit, so the throw wasn't a meaty, and now Kosa eats the level 3. He's burnt out. They're both burnt out, but Hinao's about to get his meter. Kosa has a level 3. He finds the distance. He just walks up and gets the crouching medium kick. Hinao was trying to get some space by walking backwards, and Kosa just held forward on the controller a little bit longer. I've talked about the concept of the rubber band before. When you walk forward at somebody, you feel the tension and you get more scared the longer you walk forward. So a lot of the times you just stop and block early, or you're just not willing to walk that extra distance. That time Kosa had the bravery. He denied the tension. He kept walking forward to catch up to Ryu, catch up to Hinao. Using Akuma's walk speed, just walks up and catches with the crouching medium kick right into Adamant Fist, and right into Adamant Flame, right into level 3, and Kosa takes it. Yeah, it's all it was. It just was a walk back attempt right there. That's all that was. Hinao, you saw he was just trying to walk backwards and try to stay out of range. But again, Akuma has one of the best walk speeds in the game, which is one of the things that makes him so strong. So not only is he a Shoto, he's a fast little bugger of a Shoto. And so he can pull stuff off like that better than Ryu and Ken can. And so that is one of the things that gives Akuma such an advantage. He was able to walk up just into the range of that crouching medium kick. Hinao was betting on wake up ODDP a lot in that set. Yeah, and that's what happens sometimes, right? Like sometimes if you get focused on that, see Coral Nane, just like I was talking about, like, he might have psyched himself out. He was probably afraid to go for a lot of meaties. That's what Dan FNP was pointing out here. And so he now, scared to go for a lot of meaties, didn't trust in his own mix-up pressure, and so he was unable to get the damage that he needed. So again, you have to believe in your mix-up. Now, obviously, it's different when the opponent has a level 3, because if you go for a meaty against a level 3 and they wake up level 3, yeah, you die, and that's a problem. So that is another reason why he now was scared to go for the meaties there, right? It wasn't just that he believed in the ODDP, he was scared of the wake up level 3 as well. Right. They conditioned each other with wake up ODDPs the entire time, but again, what I was telling Coral Lane earlier was that, yeah, it doesn't matter if they actually wake up with ODDPs and condition each other. The goal is to not buy into. So like I've always said, like Street Fighter or fighting games in general are like two people. Who here has seen Rashomon or knows what a Rashomon story is? It's basically one of those films or things where you get 3 people telling the same story from their point of view, and so everyone behaves differently and like has different reaction. They see it differently, etc., etc. Fighting games are like 2 people telling a Rashomon story at the exact same time and trying to interrupt each other. So they're basically just like lying the whole time. You're just trying to give the enemy a fake story the entire time, and you're trying to get them to believe it. And you as the player have to not buy into their stories and try to exert your story onto them. So imagine verbally 2 people just being like, yeah, so then I went into the cabin. You didn't go to the cabin, you ran. No, I was the one brave enough to go in the cabin. Go in there. I remember because you were like trying to grab a shovel, but then you were like, no, I didn't grab the shovel. I left that over there. And like, you're just like fighting each other. And that's basically what kind of fighting games are about in a weird way. It's basically two people fighting to tell the truth of what actually happens, and you're trying to fake the other person out all the time. All right, so we've got Boos going up against Mickey. It is going to be the SNK Fatal Fury matchup here. Of course, for Mickey and Terry for Boos as usual. And it looks like that Boos is going to be going with the same colored Mark of the Wolves Terry. And Mickey, of course, going with the gold and blue I remember, I think it was at Evo, or where was it? Where it was with David. We were doing the World Warrior East, I think, and I was commenting about Knuckle-Doo, how Knuckle-Doo likes to choose different colors and different outfits all the time, and other players like to stick to the one thing all the time. So, oh my God, it's funny. Mickey, are you talking about perfect parries? Mickey, I mean, well, I'll tell you right now, Mickey likes his top tier is what he likes. And again, like I said, when you look at the Asian players, like a Xiao Hai, like a Mickey, like an NL, like a Mago, etc., these guys like to play top tier, and they switch a lot. They just go wherever top tier is there. And so, you know, it's that kind of mentality. Well, okay, if this is strong and it's annoying, then I will use it to be strong and annoying. Whereas in the US, everyone seems to stay away from these characters. I know I keep belaboring this point, but it's because I'm really frustrated by it. I wish America would be more willing just to pick the top tier, right? Like, I'm so happy Knuckle-Doo plays Mai now, right? You know, like, I want to see that. I want to see our players use the best characters in the game. But here we go. It's Mickey and it's Boos. Once again, Mai versus Terry. Fatal Fury matchup. Fudo, not as much, no. All right, starting with the neutral, we had one fan and a standing heavy kick from Mickey, and now a whiff punish with the standing medium punch from Mickey puts Boos into the corner, baits out the wake up OD rising tackle. Boos using it early on because he knows he can't really get super punished, but Boos with the double backdash on wake up to beat the meaty throw and then the follow-up throw, but oh, Mickey was still able to get the knockdown and then the shimmy on Boos. I think Boos, after dodging two throws, felt like Mickey was gonna exert himself and go for a meaty throw anyway, showing I'm not scared that you keep predicting my throws. And Mickey actually went for the shimmy that time and got Boos. Oh no, a misconfirm from Mickey, but Boos wasn't ready for it, so he drops his combo, giving Mickey a combo, into the level 1. Has the fans powered up now. All right, Boos. They're both fishing with that standing roundhouse, but Boos gets the dry rush stand heavy punch, but Mickey backdashes, gets them back in the neutral, finally throws a fan, down to 4 power-up fans now. Both of them at pretty healthy. Oh, that was an execution error from Mickey. He just did a Hisatsu Shinobi Bachi in the middle of neutral for no reason. Definitely was trying to, like, micro walk and then hit a kick button, and it came out as a quarter circle forward instead. That's going to give Boos a big punish, and all the momentum has Mickey in the corner now, but Mickey trying to fight his way out. Boos with a wake-up drive impact because Mickey does not have enough health to counter the drive impact. So that's something that Mickey's got to be careful about now. Tries to sneak and catch Boos walking backwards. Good patience from Boos. And then Boos with a micro walk forward into stand light punch gets the counter hit into the crouching strong. Boos taking round number 2 to tie it up. Back to the neutral there. You saw a whiff from Boos on that crouching medium kick, but no whiff punish from Mickey. Drive rush cancel into the standing heavy punch, but then a block string into the stand medium punch that got perfect parried by Mickey. Mickey combos into the level 1. Has the powered up fans once again. Ooh, whiff standing heavy kick, but Boos a little too late on the punish counter on that. Does the classic backdash into the lighter burn knuckle. And now gets a meaty hit on Mickey. And so now Mickey all the way in the corner, 50% health. However, Boos in orange right now on his drive gauge. Mickey with 5 blocks. uses the OD Power Wave to counter the fans. However, Mickey finds the counter hit, and every counter hit for my combos into the next button. So he was able to combo into level 1, baits out a drive parry attempt from Boost, and Boost burns himself out. Boost goes for the level 3 when Mickey actually got the crouching heavy punch. He was plus on that situation, and so he knew Mickey would try to press a button, take his turn. So Boost just goes for the level 3, goes with a meaty Power Wave, and Mickey, well, did a fan after he got up, and the Power Wave got under the fan, and Boost takes game number 1. So here we go. Game number 2 starts right there. Power Wave tried to perfect parry that. Oh, got the counter hit, but was actually a little too slow. That normally combos for Mai right there. But Boost gets in there for a throw, but nice check from Mickey on his meaty drive rush. And now baits out the wake-up drive reversal. So now Boost low in drive gauge. They're both at 2 blocks of drive gauge, but Mickey with a huge lead advantage. Boost almost at yellow health. Oh, he's just blocking heavy punches all day. Perfect parries. The drive impact attempt from Mickey, and he gets the side switch combo. So now he has the meaty situation. Wake up level 1 from Mickey, but Boost with the block, so he doesn't get the power up. Here comes Boost with the big damage into the power geyser combo, and is gonna take that round from baiting out the wake up level 1. All right, here we go. It's round number 2. Standing light kick from Boost in the neutral, trying to check, and now just walks into the standing fierce from Mickey. Mickey now walking back and forth, tries to poke with the crouching medium kick, blocked by Boost. Boost walks into a fan, blocks another standing heavy. Oh, baits out the standing medium punch from Mickey, and he gets a whiff punish with a jab into drive rush cancel. However, once again checked when Mickey got up. Drive rush cancel combo into the level 1, gets the powered up fans. Because the fans have 2 hits, the frame data on those are much, much stronger. Oh, a perfect parry on the cancel into the Power Wave. Gives Mickey a corner carry combo. Boost in the corner, tries to escape the fan pressure, dashes forward but gets thrown, and now 2 throws in a row, throw loops. Raw drive rush into nothing from Mickey as the meaty, and can block in time to bait out Boost's OD rising tackle. Mickey gets the throw, takes round number 2. Didn't believe that he was going to get hit by crouching medium kick, so Boost did not cancel that first one to the driver's cancel. Oh, the Power Wave keeping Mickey back, but the bouncing fan keeping Boost back as well. Projectile wars fighting against each other. However, Boost with considerably less drive gauge. Mickey goes for the driver's cancel off the crouching medium kick into the level 3. He wants to put Boost as close to burnout as possible. He was only at 2 blocks when the combo started. Now he's at half a block. Meanwhile, Mickey up to 4 blocks. Boost is in the corner. He's just swinging away with the standing heavy punches to burn Boost out. Boost is burned out. What are you gonna do? That was a lock. He did the drive impact, but it was a lock, and Boost immediately Buster Wolfed afterwards and caught Mickey. So Boost with a chance. Oh, but he's having to deal with all this pressure from the fans. What a great check from Boost. He survived. He's back in the green. He goes for a drive rush cancel. That's why Mickey went for the drive reversal, but then Mickey tried to go for a meaty throw, but Boost with a wake up Buster Wolf is going to hit that. And now we're back to neutral. Boost with a couple of raw drive rush baits, trying to get Mickey to try to do something. Mickey couldn't get the perfect parry on those projectiles over there. Oh, he gets the crouching mini kick, but he didn't believe. He didn't have enough drive gauge. He was scared to drive rush cancel and burn himself out. Oh, but this time the exact scenario with the projectiles, but because Mickey had the extra health, he gets the kill on the Power Wave. Oh my God. And here we go, meaty drive rush right there from Boost after the quick knockdown from the burn knuckle, finds its mark, tries to drive rush into overhead, hits Mickey out of the air. He does get the rising tackle combo. Mickey already down over 50% life in the corner, only 85 seconds left on the clock. I mean, still 85 seconds, but then Boost just gets a clean hit, instant kill with the Buster Wolf, 81 seconds on the clock, just like that. So now Boost with round number 1 here in game number 3. It's 1-1 between the players at this point. Round 2 starts. OD Power Wave into drive rush right away to start. Boost then uses that to get a throw on Mickey. So Mickey losing a little bit of health, losing in the projectile war over here. Trying to fight out from the corner situation, but gets a standing medium punch, drive rush cancel into the level 1. Gets the fans charged up. Back to neutral, but again, Boost with the backdash into the medium burn knuckle. How many people has that hit? Boost knows the distance where when he backdashes, he will be have a safe burn knuckle so well. But Mickey there with a drive rush cancel, gets a throw, puts Boost towards the corner, but Boost with a drive rush cancel into a medium punch, then pokes afterwards, catches Mickey, but Mickey now with a perfect parry, and is going to go for the combo into the level 1. So now Mickey here in the corner situation, uses the fan too far away, but the whip throw actually does its job, baiting out. So Mickey threw the OD fan, it bounced up, he drive rushed and missed the throw, which prompted Boost to just hit jab to punish the throw, but that caused the fan to land on his head. So even though he did get the punish counter with the jab, the fan landed on his head. Mickey got the combo afterwards. So just as Mickey planned it, Mickey pushed to the corner, tried to backdash a meaty throw, but Boost did not do that. He actually went for the shimmy, so it kind of just negated out in that situation. Trade combo for Boost. He drive rushed in there, traded with the crouching light punch with the heavy. Gonna go for all 3 hits of the Power Geyser combo. And it's enough to kill Mickey. Mickey couldn't get out of the corner in that situation again. Power Geyser, the first hit scales the combo to 50% instantaneously, but the last 2 hits automatically do a ton of damage, taking into account the 50%, which is why at the end of combos like that, it does so much damage. Boost with a great start here, already pushed Mickey into the corner with 90 seconds. Mickey down about 1/3 of his life, but Boost kind of lets Mickey walk out of the corner here. Mickey, oh no, Boost with a drive rush cancel into the delayed standing heavy punch, caught Mickey pressing a button counter hit, and then a shimmy against Mickey, and that's going to take it right there. Boost up 2-1 in games, and now a perfect to start this game number 4. He is 1 round away from sending Mickey out of the tournament. Here we go. Stand heavy kick from Mickey, blocked by Boost. Boost goes for the OD power wave into the drive rush. He baits out the parry attempt from Mickey, gets the throw, and here we go. Standing heavy punch into standing heavy punch, got the counter hit, but nice wake up, perfect parry from Mickey. Gonna combo into the level 1, so now he has the fans charged up again. But again, Boost finding a way in with that burn knuckle, but again, a perfect parry from Mickey. And even though he was at 2 charges, he's gonna combo into a level 1 to give him back 5 fans right now. Drive rushes try to bait something out from Boost, but great patience from Boost. But Boost did wake up with a button that time. He's gonna get counter hit as the meaty. Mickey doesn't want to spend any meter because he's down 1 round, but here we go. Boost gets the hit. He's going for it. He's going for it. He's going for the level 3. This isn't gonna kill, but if he can't defeat Mickey because he's burned himself out, but Mickey still has meter, he's gonna be able to burn him out here. Yeah, so they're both burned out. Boost is gonna get his life back. He tried to go for the DP, but because Mickey jumped and did not press a button in the air, he did not add 3 extra frames of recovery on landing, so Boost's rising tackle was too late. It was blocked. Mickey gets the kill, and so now Boost comes into this round with no meter. All right, but Boost with a start gets Mickey into the corner again. So Mickey with a drive rush cancel. Boost gonna immediately ODDP to keep Mickey in the corner. Tries to jump, but Mickey with a great DP baits out the rising tackle, side switch, and punish from the other side. And now Boost is burnt out, but he doesn't let Mickey try to get a free charged fan. He actually punishes the charge up. But Mickey's still with 3 levels, right? And 3 powered up fans here. And now Boost is in the corner. He's blocking. Look at all this chip. Blocks the overhead. Great job. Boost tries to bait something out from Mickey. And he also got his meter back. But he spent all of it so fast. He's burnt out again. And now, oh, great dash up throw. Boost has, oh, but it wasn't a counter hit, so Mickey can't get the combo. Mickey down to no health, but now Boost in yellow as well. He just eats the standing heavy punch. He's burned out, and now Mickey's just gonna chip him out with a level 2. There's nothing Boost can do. Mickey ties it up 2-2.
Coming back from the dead. What a match.
Oh my God, this has been a wild match here, ladies and gentlemen. We are all on the edge of our seats here watching this match. It has been a barn burner here between Boost and Mickey. It's tied 2-2, and we go into the last game in an immediate Ryu-Enbu from Mickey to catch Boost raw drive rushing in. Trade of the crouching medium kicks, and now we're back in neutral here. And counter pokes right there. A delayed heavy punch after the drive rush cancel from Boost is gonna find its mark, but so does Mickey's wake up ODDP. But then a wake up drive impact beats drive rush crouch heavy punch from Mickey. And now Boost has Mickey in the corner. Mickey trying to find his way out of the corner. Again, another one of those medium burn knuckles finding its mark, but Mickey wakes up with a level 1 and then gets the hit combo into Boost. And then Mickey finds the hit and is able to kill Boost with a nice drive rush cancel combo into the air launch off of the launching Ryuenbu. And so Mickey now at match point immediately with a ODDP after a block gets the hit. Boost already down to almost no, but again, Mickey with a misjudgment right there throws out the heavy Ryuenbu that gets whiff punished because Boost was just crouching. But Boost has already lost over 50% of his life. He's trying to get in there, finds the second hit of the target combo because Mickey was trying to press a button after being minus. Mickey drive rushes into level 2 to get past the power wave, but a punish counter back throw from Mickey, and by Boost, and Boost is gonna burn out Mickey. Mickey is in a terrible situation. He has no meter. There is nothing he can do here except try to find a space to DP perhaps, but it doesn't work. And he gets a trade after blocking one of the crack shoots, and so the burnout right there is gonna pay off for Boost. We're down to the final game, final round, and immediately starting with Boost Lee with a crouch medium kick into drive rush cancel, tries to go for an empty jump, doesn't work, and we got a punish right there. Not sure what Boost was trying to go, a misconfirm, and went into the shoulder tackle, and that got punished by Mickey. So Mickey's out of the corner. Boost Lee now with only 2 bars of drive gauge. Mickey sitting on 3 blocks as well, throws one of them out with an OD fan, tries to get the pressure there. He has only 1 fan left on that powered up scale right there. He's only got 1 powered up flame right now. A drive rush light punch from Boost into throw. Tries to bait out the perfect parry from Mickey with a heavy power wave. Drive rush cancel off of the crouching medium kick from Boost. Puts him near burnout. Mickey was able to block it. Boost did get a throw out of that, but they're back to neutral. And here we go. The fan coming in. He tries to check Mai's drive rush, but instead he gets hit by the drive rush instead. He's in the corner now. Boost needs to find a way out. Ryuenbu pressure. Oh, he tried to parry something, and that allowed Boost to walk up and get a throw. Drive rush into another throw. The crouching medium kick, but that didn't combo. They're both down to no health right now. Both of them at 1 block of drive gauge, so neither of them can drive it. The walk-up DP from Mickey. He walked up into power wave range. He just walked right up next to Boost, and as soon as Boost did a power wave, Mickey just did an ODDP to beat the power wave. I swear he was like 1 or 2 frames away from actually getting hit. That was crazy. Crazy. Holy crap. Oh my God. Folks, it's pandemonium here at Battle Arena Melbourne. The audience is going crazy. What an incredible play there from Mickey. What an incredible decision. Just to walk up and get the ODDP as soon as he saw the power wave. That was definitely what he was intending. There's nothing else he probably would have wanted to DP in that situation. He was just waiting to see Terry's arm pull back, go for the power wave, and the DP came out, and Mickey sends Boost home. What an amazing set there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what you expect from the Capcom Pro Tour. That is what you expect from high-level Street Fighter 6 on display, put beautifully by Boost and Mickey. But Mickey is the one that's going to be moving forward, so unfortunately, our North American player, Boost, will be going home in 4th place. Mickey, of course, finishing 3rd place at EVO in 2025. Can he actually continue? Can he actually surpass that placing? He is going to have to defeat Hinao in the losers finals, while Kosa waits in grand finals for whoever makes it out of that losers finals match. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you came to see. This is the Street Fighter that you wanted, and it is being delivered here by these players who are playing at such high levels. It is such a joy to watch. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I've just realized now I have to talk like a freaking auctioneer to do some of these matches. Holy crap. We've got $5 here. We have another $5. So somebody's going to go for the $6. No. She's on the third. She's coming soon. She's coming soon with the balance patch. She's coming with the balance patch. I can't wait to see what's in the balance patch. Oh, man. Goodness gracious, that was a crazy match. Oh, does anybody else have any other questions that they may have here? I hope my neighbors aren't being bothered. I hope I'm not too loud, because I'm just like seriously like screaming over here because that match was ridiculous. Holy crap. Oh, I mean, Marisa definitely needs help. So does Elena. Although Elena not as much, but Elena, in order to win with Elena, you have to have some premier footsies. You have to have premier footsies. Yes, Yasmin is the official start of season 4. It's crazy because level 4 hasn't officially started yet. It's never waited till this late to start it. So like, I keep feeling like there is gonna be more changes than we expect, but every time I keep saying that to myself, I keep getting disappointed. So I'm not gonna hope for it. I'm just not. I'm just not gonna hope for it. But yeah, is there anybody else who has any questions over here? Any other questions from anybody? Maybe needing some help or something like that. Oops.
The reactions on both these players will be out of this world.
The question is going to be, are we running the reuse still, or are we going to bring out the cigar?
You know, against my...
The lockout you mentioned earlier, sir, in regards to Mickey not get the stun on Bruce Lee, how does that work? If the move is a true block string or a true combo, you get a lockout. So, for example, here, let's do this here. For sure, I know Ken's crouching heavy punch will cause this. So, in order for the lockout to actually happen here, there has to be at least a gap. So, if I do crouching heavy punch into drive impact here, what you wanna look at in particular, look at the bottom of the screen over here. You see this gap where it says 25 right here. If you can see my mouse, there's a little gap in there, right? That means the enemy recovered. And if the enemy recovers, whoops, like so, boom, they get stunned in the corner like this. However, if your block stun is long enough that the opponent never actually gets to recover, you see how it's pure yellow the entire time, you are not allowed to stun somebody against the wall. You see how it says lock in the corner over here? That's the lockout right there. That means that it is not allowed. You can only stun somebody by hitting them like this directly, right? If it's a true block string like this, basically what they wanted to do was just make it so that, you know, like, no matter what, if you go for the stun, if you have an invincible super, you have an opportunity to invincible super before, you know, before you get stunned into the corner. So by preventing you from doing a true block string like that, that guarantees you'll always have a chance to invincible level 3, invincible level 1, invincible level 2 before you get burned out. Because if I set Jury, for example, on block here, and I set her to do, let's just have her do her level 1 super right here, right? If I do this, she can actually level 1 through that. But if I do this, she can't level 1 until afterwards. And so they just want to prevent that from happening, essentially. So that's what the lock is there. Kind of to prevent a checkmate, I guess, but you know, it's a weird choice, but it makes sense to me. It makes sense. I mean, I forks with it, so it's fine. It works. Okay, button check here really quick. So here we go. It is going to be Hinao on player 1 side going up against Mickey on player 2. Mickey with the, we just saw with the amazing win over Bruce Lee. And now trying to take out Hinao to get in the grand finals against Kosa. Most likely we are going to see Mickey stick with the Mai. But it seems to me like Hinao might be going with the Sagat. Yes, he is. He is going with the Sagat. This is a character that Blas and the Chilean FGC have talked about many times as being a very good counter to Mai, including the ability to jab the fan out of the air and use the forward heavy kick to punish. Many characters do not have a move with that kind of range and speed as Sagat's high step kick. And so Sagat can jab a fan out of the air if he predicts it, and then get the forward heavy kick as the punish. Sagat is not the best character in this game. No, I would say the best character is either Mai or JP probably at this point. All right, here we go. A little bit of projectile to start. We've got a low step kick from Hinao, finding his way in, gets the throw on Mickey. Mickey now in the corner. Mickey trying to fight his way out, uses the standing heavy kick, blocked by Hinao, and now just a little bit of a projectile war, but unfortunately for Mickey, he's been put into the corner. Out, checks the raw drive rush from Hinao with a fan, but still trapped in the corner, still trying to find out, but life pretty much equal here. Drive gauge pretty much equal here. Super meter pretty much equal, but Mickey is losing the real estate wars. What a beautiful trade right there from Hinao. He blocked the fan and went for the sweep, and he actually managed to sweep Mai and then get hit by the fan, but it knocked Mickey down, so he didn't have to worry about any follow-up. Then Hinao got the crouching medium punch drive rush cancel into the combo in the corner, and round number 1 goes to Hinao. And here we go, stand heavy punch in the fan from Mickey. A little too scared to try to charge up the fan right there in case Hinao willing to poke it. What a perfect parry against the Tiger Knee. Optimal punish from Mickey. Gonna go into the level 1. Obviously not gonna be a lot of damage, so using the opportunity to build up the fan charge up right there. Hinao with a crouching light kick, trying to catch Mickey, walk backwards. Was able to combo into the Tiger Nexus, and now a neutral jump is going to punish that standing heavy kick from Mickey, and Mickey once again trapped in the corner. This time the crouching medium kick into drive rush cancel blocked, but he now is going to use that to get a throw, and he is just raw Tiger Nexusing at Mickey all day, but Mickey with a drive rush cancel into the back throw, counter hit, and so now Hinao is the one trapped in the corner, and Hinao is very low on that drive gauge, trying to bait out a DP, nothing, but Mickey does manage to get the throw, and he does manage to burn Hinao out, goes for the drive impact, gets the punish counter hit, because Hinao was pressing a button. No reason for Mickey to try to spend a lot of meter, it looks like, or maybe he just failed. Oh, he's just gonna go for the chip kill over here, because he told himself I was gonna level 3 to kill him anyway, and I missed the input, so I'm just gonna do chip damage death here instead. So there we go, Mickey spending all that meter. However, Hinao sitting on 3 bars right now. Hinao is still in a great position to be able to get the, with a counter poke on the crouching light punch into the Tiger Nexus, and then finding another light conversion in the Tiger Nexus. Not a lot of damage, but the corner position, and now Mickey with some great timing on the crouching medium kick drive rush cancel manages to catch Hinao, get out of the corner, but Hinao with a nice micro walk backwards to get a whiff punish with the crouching medium punch into drive rush cancel into level 3. Not going to kill, going to put Mickey into the yellow health there, but really wanted that drive gauge back. Mickey with just 1 block of drive gauge right now. He had the neutral jump. He now definitely could have punished that, but didn't quite get it. And now Mickey fighting his way out. He's back up to 4 gauges over here. He now is at the same place, but now a punish counter throw, and they're equal in life now, and he now is in the corner. Mickey now gets another throw tick. Almost no drive gauge. Throw loops. Is that going to kill? It did. That throw killed for Mickey. And so Mickey takes game number 1, 2-1 rounds right there on the back of he now being worried about trying to wake up with any sort of wake up option right there. And now Mickey just walks into the crouching medium punch from Hinao. Was a counter hit. He definitely pressed the button there. Backdash from Mickey in the corner right there to try to bait out the throw. Oh, but then got knocked down again. Tried to do a wake up ODDP. Got baited out. And now Hinao with a big lead. Yep, drive rush, crouch, medium kick, plus frames. Then throws out the standing medium punch. Mickey was in a bad situation. Tried to press a button. Got counter hit. And Hinao takes round number 1 with a perfect. And here we go into round number 2. Standing heavy punch into fan. Oh, there we go. Another crouch medium punch into drive rush cancel. Finding its mark for Hinao. Mickey, oh, tries to press a button, and Hinao got the trade combo, but he was a little too ambitious with the buttons right there. Couldn't quite get it. The combo ended up missing, and now Mickey fights his way out of the corner by finding a crouching medium kick into drive rush cancel into a level 1. Now actually throws punish counters to throw. You see all that drive gauge disappearing from Hinao's side. Hinao now trying to, oh, Hinao did the classic. He whiffed the crouching heavy punch, and so it looked like that Mickey had an opportunity to use that whiff as an opportunity to take advantage of the plus frames and walk forward. But as soon as Hinao whiffed that crouching heavy punch, he immediately threw out a crouching medium punch. And Mickey actually walked forward, pressed the button, and got counter hit by that crouching medium punch because he thought that Hinao would be a little more scared to press a button after that whiff. But Hinao was not discouraged at all. He pressed the button, he got the counter hit, and he got the round, and he got the game. It's 1-1 here, starting round number 1 of game number 3. Into a neutral situation. Wow, punish counter standing light kick into a DP for Hinao, and now another minor combo into the DP, and now a counter hit with the standing medium punch into another combo into the DP and throwing Mickey in the corner. Mickey's already in yellow health here. He now has not taken any damage yet. A trade right there, but a perfect parry off of that tiger knee is going to allow Mickey the back throw. Tries to bait out a wake up DP. Oh, Mickey tried to bait out a wake up DP from Hinao, and then when Hinao started to fight out of the corner, Mickey really wanted to keep Hinao into the corner, so he went for his own ODDP, but Hinao actually was able to bait that out, punish it, and now he has taken 1 round lead over Mickey here in game number 3. Back to neutral in this situation here. A high tiger shot finds its mark, tries to do the drive rush into the Nexus, and wanted to bait out the check, but Mickey actually tried to parry, and so Hinao was able to punish that with a throw. So now Hinao has Mickey in the corner. Mickey is in the corner right now trying to fight his way out. Is going to, what? He actually saw that Hinao made an execution error, neutral jumped with a button, is able to punish the landing frames. Hinao is burned out in this situation right now. Mickey tried to attack the neutral jump, but the long legs of the law of Sagat keeping that from happening. Crouching medium kick into light Ryu Enbu from Mickey. Not much. No anti-air from Mickey. Oh, and now a counter hit into the level 3 from Hinao. I did not see how he landed that hit because I saw a weird message on the screen. I guess that is a treasure train for the Capcom Fighter stream. And I was like, what the heck is that? And so I completely missed how Hinao got that hit. But he got the hit. He was able to convert into the level 3, and he goes up 2-1. Is this the end for Mickey here after such an incredible fight against Boos earlier, where he won that by walking up with an ODDP? He's going to character select. It seems like he might be trying to go back to his girl that helped him before, Cammy, or is he just taking time to think about it? Again, as I mentioned, many people do consider that Sagat can be a good counter pick against Mai. So we are seeing right now what Mickey is going to go for. We see him right now just with a slow breath, really trying to calm himself down, maybe trying to meditate a little bit, decides to stick with the Mai. And here we go, it's Sagat versus Mai. So at this point in time, Mickey has to win with Mai or nothing. He is down 2-1. And he needs to win these next 2 games to be able to get to grand finals. He now, however, just needs to win the 1 game to be able to get a revenge match against Kosa in grand finals. Kosa sending he now to loser's bracket from winners finals. Here we go, start of the round. just neutral again. Errant fan hitting, and then a drive rush errant hit, but now this time a crouching medium punch connects for Hinao on a counter hit and was able to link it. Mickey jumps out of the corner, but then gets cross cut and then thrown right back into the corner on his wake up, and now he is stuck in the corner. However, Mickey doing okay, but he walks up forward and gets hit by the crouching medium punch from Sagat once again. Combo into the fully charged heavy tiger uppercut, and now he now is at match point. He now just needs to win this one round and will send Mickey out of this tournament at 3rd place. Once again, Mickey does not want to finish at 3rd place once again. And now drive rush cancel in. Hinao, beautiful stuff right there, using stand medium punch into the stand light punch to check something that Mickey tried to do. And a wake up ODDP from Hinao to get out of the corner. And Hinao, however, only has 1 block, but a back throw puts Mickey back into the corner. Nice block on the low step kick from Mickey. And now Mickey trying to apply pressure over here. Drive rush cancel into Hinao. With no drive gauge left, he now only had 2 blocks of drive gauge left as he stands up out of his chair and poses for the tiger uppercut finish. He canceled into the drive rush that burned him out, and that was something that Mickey was not ready for. Mickey probably did not believe that Hinao would go for a drive rush cancel that would burn him out, and Hinao did it, burnt himself out, just went straight for the overhead with Sagat. Mickey, not prepared for it, got hit by the overhead, combo into the level 3. He now takes it and gets back to grand finals against Mickey.
And the crowd loves it. And we are going to take a short break here, I believe.
I'm going to build up a lot of pipes doing this, man. Oh, man. But again, I feel like I'm one of the only people that can actually do this. Which is kind of why I thought about doing this, you know, doing a radio broadcast like this, because I don't think there's a lot of other commentators that can just go for like 100 miles an hour the entire time. I'm so good at just rambling and babbling and stuff like that, and really quickly assessing situations and stuff like that. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this. Again, this is yeah, and that's the thing, right? This is designed so, I mean, for those of you who are actually like putting this on in the background legit, like, and are not watching the match and are just listening to me, has it been good? Like, do you feel like you have a good idea of what's going on in the match, you know, to a degree that like you can picture it in your head a little bit more and stuff like that? If any of you have been just listening and not actually watching this, I'm just curious how this has been feeling for you guys, you know. Ancient Crystal says, yeah, okay, cool, because you said you were actually at work doing graveyard shift right now, so hopefully this has been helping a lot. This is kind of an idea about something that I wanted to start doing, so I feel like, you know, this might be something that people would like, and also if I can show that I can do this and continue to do this. 100%. I would not understand most of the last 2 sets with normal commentary. Interesting, because I'm kind of breaking it down to being very, very like basic kind of commentary. It's actually helping understand what everybody is doing a little bit more. That's really fascinating. But the goal really is, you know, hopefully I want to build up enough of a repertoire of these streams so that I can show this to Capcom and hopefully, because I wanted to do this for Capcom Cup last year, because that was the pay-per-view year and a lot of people were mad, and there was a lot of people who just were not going to have a chance to be able to watch, and everything that Capcom said was, you are not allowed to restream footage. You are not allowed to restream footage. And I was like, does audio count as footage? And even then, like, if I just mute the stream entirely and just do this, like, does this count as footage? Because I'm technically not restreaming footage. But the idea is I want to give people who can't afford the pay-per-view some kind of option to be able to enjoy the action live. And I almost did this last year, but I was so scared that I was going to get like banned or something like that from Twitch, you know, for violating anything. And I asked Capcom, but I asked them too late, so I couldn't get a response from an official response. And they just said, you know what? Like, because I was talking to a lot of the American guys at Capcom, and they didn't have a chance to talk to the Japanese guys, and they were like, it's just safer if you don't do it. And I was like, fair. And so I didn't end up doing it, but if I show what my idea is here, and again, this is only because I just want to help the people who can't afford the pay-per-view, which is a tough situation because, you know, obviously Capcom, you know, wants people to pay for the pay-per-view. And if I do too good of a job on this, am I taking money away from Capcom? Would they get mad at me? But at the same time, like, I just want to be able to provide a way for those people to, yeah, Sonic Soul, he got banned. So Sonic Soul got banned. So I can't do what Sonic, I can't believe Hinao's feet don't touch the floor. Why is Hinao just like the tiniest human being in the world? I thought John Takeuchi was tiny, but Jesus Christ, Hinao is a small human.
Kosa, 15th place at Topanga Championship 7, very stacked tournament, and 9th place at Evo Japan, losing to Punk, just missing the top.
But yeah, the idea is to build this up, show Capcom, and be like, hey, next Capcom Cup, would it be cool if I did this for an option for the people who can't afford this? I won't show any footage. Like, literally, I would be streaming like this, right? Like, this is how I would be streaming Capcom Cup. You just wouldn't see anything. This is how I would be streaming it. Oh, actually, I wouldn't have me on screen at all. So this is what I would be doing. And I would just be doing this and giving you a radio broadcast, and, you know, hopefully that makes it so that you can kind of have fun and watch it and stuff like that and, you know, have a good time. I really like these graphics I got, too. I just think they're really funny. It took me a long time to get these graphics. Holy crap, I went through so many different radios and tables and wallpapers until I found this nice little blend over here that looks really well. But that would basically be the idea here, is that I would just do this for Capcom Cup, and you would just be listening to it as opposed to, oops, oh, here we go. Sorry.
Let's run the set.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's grand finals. It's between Kosa and Hinao. Kosa sent Hinao to loser's bracket at the start, and immediately we get a drive rush in, but here we go. Hinao gets a back throw, trying to push Kosa into the right corner. A great whiff punish on the hop kick from Kosa. And a wake-up ODDP from Hinao, getting the knockdown. But as you can see, Corlnane, he got the wake-up ODDP, and you see how inconsequential it kind of was? He got the ODDP, and then Kosa just came right back, because most ODDPs don't give Oki. So if you get hit by an ODDP like that, all you think to yourself is, okay, good job, you guessed right, let's play. And that's exactly what Kosa did that round. He ate that ODDP and then just destroyed Hinao. There's just no reason to feel bad about that. It's just part of the guess, and you can't be mad. Nice confirm from the hop kick into the Tatsu. Oh no, an execution error from Kosa. Not sure what that was, but he jumps himself into the corner, and now, I'm sorry, an execution error from Hinao, and now Kosa's got the corner. We've got throw loops, we got 3, and this time a wake-up DP from Kosa. Kosa does get, I'm sorry, for a wake-up DP from Hinao. They're on the wrong side. My left-right dyslexia is causing me problems. And here we go. In this situation, we see another light Hashogeki trying to bait something out, but a great sweep with punish once again from Kosa. But now Kosa tries swinging after some plus frames, gets counter hit in between, then eats the meaty drive rush stand heavy punch from Hinao, and Hinao takes round number 2. Starting off here in round number 3. Both of them sitting on 2 gauges of super meter, almost about to build up to the level 3. Again, a great whiff punish from Kosa, but this time with the crouch medium kick, so he's able to drive rush cancel and push Hinao closer to the corner. Gets into some minus frames, which Hinao takes with the crouching medium kick into the Hashogeki. This time, crouching medium kick, drive rush cancel, but he's minus. He is about to be burned out. Side swipes the demon flip with the DP. Barely is able to hit it in time, and now the raw high blade kick and a punish counter throw. Hinao still at about 2 blocks of drive gauge right there, and a wake up ODDP from Kosa. And tries to go from the ODDP, gets a punish counter on the sweep, back throw, and now Hinao is in the corner. Hinao has to find a way out, just holds the parry and parries the drive impact, and now with a drive rush in, tick throw, back throw, Kosa into the corner. Kosa actually gets the successful shimmy, but goes for the medium punch, but it was too short range. I don't know how Kosa was able to hit that drive rush, but then he whiffed the button, which gave Hinao the opportunity to get right in there, combo directly into the level 3 for game number 1. Very interesting right there. You can see that Hinao sitting basically right next to the screen, staring straight at it. Kosa, however, sitting a long distance away from the monitor there. The headphone cord stretching like a bridge, a suspension bridge over a ravine. Two very, very different styles here. Here we go, start of game number 2. Standing medium kick, drive rush cancel for Kosa. Kosa with a standing light punch, light kick into the fireball. Just getting a few errant hits, and now the forward heavy punch actually punishing Hinao's whiff button. Hinao is in the corner right now, trying to find his way out. Gets hit by the crouching medium kick, but Kosa didn't believe. He just went for the adamant flame, which wasn't a combo. This time he actually baits out the DP with his demon flip. Good spacing right there from Kosa. Causes the DP to whiff. Baits out the ODDP on the next Oki situation. Gets the kill against Hinao. Beautifully done. Baiting out that DP. That was all the difference for that round right there. Baits it out with the demon flip. Gets the punish. And now Kosa, 1 round here in game number 2. Cross up. Kosa actually walking a little bit forward at a distance where he didn't believe he could get the autocorrect or the cross cut. So he allowed Kosa in. Kosa demon flipping over the fireball with the chop to punish. And now both of them very low on drive gauge. Tries to go for the drive rush overhead. Does Kosa. Tries to bait out another DP from the demon flip. But Hinao actually was able to close enough to punish, but then Kosa with a wake-up ODDP. But then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a drive impact from Hinao, and it actually burns out Kosa. But unfortunately, Hinao gets hit into an easy link into OD Adamant Flame, or just regular Adamant Flame, into the level 3. That's not enough to kill! Hinao still has a pixel! I thought it was killed for sure! I don't know how Ryu lived there, but Kosa now gained his drive gauge back, so he's safe. However, 1 touch from Hinao can take this round very, very easily with a level 3. It is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Kosa has to find a way to kill, and he does it with an OD fireball. Out of nowhere, the startup so fast, and ends up having Hinao walk into it for the victory. That is the power right there of those OD fireballs. They are fast. They will hit at ranges where the normals won't hit. So you generally feel like you are safe in those ranges to walk forward and walk backwards. But great timing from Kosa right there to catch Hinao walking forward. And a jump over from Kosa. Oh, goes for the demon flip into the slide. However, Hinao now, with all the pressure, gets Kosa into the right corner over here, trying to burn him out right now. Actually, Hinao is the one that's low on the drive gauge. Charges up for the Denjin charge right there and goes for 2 throws in a row. Right now, Kosa down to no health. Tries to press, or tries to jump back, it looks like. But Hinao just punches him out of the air with the back heavy punch. Hinao taking that round right there, taking 1 round lead here in game number 3. It is 1-1 between the two. Kosa drive rushes in, tries to bait out a shimmy, and tries to shimmy Hinao. Hinao did not take the throw bait. And then Hinao, in the corner, tried to drive rush and get the back throw, but Kosa teched it because he knew he wanted the side swap. Oh, Kosa with the demon flip, and Hinao tried to air it, but he missed, and so Kosa was able to punish his landing frames. Wake up, ODDP is actually going to beat the demon flip from Kosa, but Kosa right there with a button to catch a whiff button from Hinao. With fireball, with punishing the buttons from Kosa, then Kosa getting a DP against Hinao, trying to jump in, and then a beautiful check on the raw drive rush from Hinao. Kosa checking it with a stand light kick into the combo. Kosa taking round number 2. Who's going to win this rubber band match over here? The person who wins this round right here will go up 2-1. And Kosa just walks right into Hinao's range. Hinao tried to drive rush, but he was too close. So Kosa was a guaranteed punish against that drive rush. And now a whiff punish on the solar plexus strike with the sweep. And catches low, but Hinao chooses not to level 3 against Kosa just yet. They're both sitting on level 3s. Hinao drive rushes overhead, but was a little too far away, but he goes for it again, and then he just goes right into the level 3. He did not extend the combo because he didn't have any. That was enough to kill! Because it was only one hit into the super, it was very, very low scaling. And if you're not Kimberly, everybody's overhead does not add a lot of scaling to the combos. So that's really good. It's only Kimberly that has scaling on her overhead. I'm not bitter about it at all. Ooh, blocks a DP right there. Hinao with a combo, jump medium punch into Tatsu to put Kosa into the corner, throws a drive impact attempt, baits out the wake up ODDP, gets the kill with a perfect 83 seconds left on the clock. Hinao is now at tournament point. Oh no, this is reset point. I'm sorry, Hinao coming from the loser's bracket. He has to win this to actually reset the bracket. So he is at reset point here. Beautiful neutral jump right there from Kosa. Raw overhead from Hinao, just getting the hit. But Kosa now with an ODDP, putting Hinao to the side, baits out a jump from Kosa with a light Hashogeki, anti-airs it, then manages to throw. Oh, a wake-up DP. Kosa was burned out. He actually woke up with a level 1 to stop the drive impact, but then it just isn't enough. Kosa tried to survive as much as he could, but Hinao got hit by that level 1 fireball, then got control of the round, standing heavy punch right into drive impact, was able to kill. Kosa did not have any super meter left, so even if he had blocked that, he would have been stunned against the wall. Stunned against the wall. So Kosa now has been reset. Both players are in loser's bracket. Here we go. This is the final set of Battle Arena Melbourne 16 here in 2026. Stop on the Capcom Pro Tour. Again, the winner of this qualifies directly into Capcom Cup.
As he goes into the second.
I do believe Hinao's already qualified, right? Isn't Hinao already qualified? Hang on a second, guys. I'm going to pull up something really quick. I'm going to try to get to Liquipedia over here. Okay, here we go. Liquipedia, Capcom Pro Tour. Capcom Pro Tour 2026. Let's see here. Players who have already qualified. No, I guess Hinao's not in just yet. Maybe. Oh no, he qualified at. No, I don't know. But anyways, let's get back to the match over here. Sorry. Okay, here we go. To the neutral, counter hit sweep from Kosa, but then he stood up and Hinao, crouching meaning kick, drive rush cancel, goes for an empty low Oz-Oki. Oh, he tried the DP but came out with a fireball. However, it works out just fine for him. Kosa still trapped in the corner. Hinao with all of his life, 76 seconds left on the clock right now. And Hinao trying to get Kosa to whiff some buttons, but realizes Kosa wasn't pressing anything, so he walks up against the throw, tries to go for a shimmy, but Kosa wakes up with a crouching medium kick to beat that. Kosa again trying to bait out the DP with the demon flip, but this time Hinao was close enough, gets the DP, side swipes the demon flip, takes round number 1. Here we go, it's round number 2. Immediately a whiff from Hinao, but no whiff punish from Kosa, but then a little bit of a timing stare down, and Kosa won that. But now Hinao, with a raw drive rush in, gets a big combo on Kosa. Kosa taking a bunch of damage, but now Kosa actually baits out a wake-up parry from Hinao, burns him out by throwing him, gets the drive impact to beat a button, and gonna go straight into the level 3. Is this gonna kill? Is this gonna kill? It's gonna do a lot of damage, but it is gonna be well shy of the kill here. But unfortunately, Hinao is still burned out. But if Hinao gets one hit, he will win. But unfortunately, gets knocked down off of the trade of a drive rush standing heavy kick. And so the knockdown meaty fireball from Kosa will chip Hinao out. And so here we are at round number 3. Unfortunately, Kosa does not have 3 meters, but Hinao, with a shimmy, he just does a pure walk-up shimmy. When Hinao tried to go for a Denjin charge, he used that opportunity to walk up and get the shimmy. We get the autocorrect DP right there, not going to let Hinao jump out of the corner for free. But now that means that Kosa is getting pushed back into the corner over here. High blade kick, properly spaced, continuing to push him. Oh, but Kosa doing a great job fighting, but an OD fireball is going to knock him down. Now he is truly in the corner. He does an empty jump and does nothing, but that allows Hinao to get the back throw to put him back in the corner. But this time Kosa is actually going to perfect parry. The high blade kick, he's going to build up to the level 2. This should be able to kill despite the perfect parry scaling. Kosa taking game number 1 here in the reset.
He's not out yet.
And so now Kosa right back again with the lead here. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are enjoying this grand finals here. It looks like that Hinao has gone to his phone over here. He is looking at some notes. Kosa taking the time to hydrate, get a drink of water here. Hinao is taking his time right now. And finally sitting back down, going away from his phone, gets the rematch, and here we go. Oh, too close with the high blade kick, and Kosa knew it. He has the punish on the block. Tries a drive rush, but runs into the fireball from Kosa. And now Kosa over here, perfect parrying the projectiles from Hinao. With the drive rush cancel from Hinao. And now a parry attempt. You saw Kosa there try to go for a shimmy on that parry attempt right there, but Hinao with a punish. And now has pushed Kosa all the way into the corner, but Kosa just jumps out. Hinao doesn't get anything, but he does get a back throw over here. And a wake-up walk-forward jab from Kosa. Brave stuff. Uses a dive kick in the air to make sure that the DP doesn't do as much damage. Hinao tries to go for a shimmy, but Kosa actually catches with the crouching medium kick. Hinao wakes up with a level 1, and it burns out Kosa. Kosa was very low on drive gauge, and now he is burned out in this situation. Kosa doesn't. He has 1 bar, but he's just going to get chipped to death over here. He hasn't gone for the level 1 yet. He's just going to let himself get chipped to death over here from the DP, and so Kosa goes down round number 1, never could get his drive gauge back in time. That is a C right there, victory for Hinao. Gets the standing, crouching medium kick, drive rush cancel now. Gonna take Kosa all the way into the corner. Gets the throw as the Oki. Throw again as another Oki. But again, the shimmy, and this time Kosa again reads the shimmy attempt with a wake-up crouching medium kick. And now patience right there from Kosa. Oh, and a perfect parry on that not true block string into the fireball from Hinao. And he was able to perfect parry the fireball and get the sweet punish. Got the anti-air, and now the standing medium kick close enough with the counter hit to link into the standing light kick. Both of them equal in life. However, Kosa with just slightly more drive gauge right now. He is in the green. Hinao has burned himself out. It's a dangerous situation, but 1 hit would be able to take it for him. Unfortunately, gets hit. Let's see how much meter Kosa spends. He only needs to spend the level 1. Gets the kill over here, so we are going into round number 3. Kosa only down 1 super gauge. Here we go. Start of the round. An immediate walk-up, crouching medium kick, drive rush cancel from Kosa. But that didn't pay off, so Kosa tries to back off, but then walks into the solar plexus. And now Kosa is in the corner, but beautiful with punish with the sweep is allowed Kosa to get out. But this time, he now reads the shimmy attempt, and he goes with the crouching medium kick. He tries to punish the landing of the demon flip, but instead, Kosa goes for the dive kick, hits Hinao. Hinao has no more drive gauge now, so that means he's burned out. However, 1 hit from Hinao will still win this. 1 hit from either player will win this. They're both standing on a level 3 right here, but Hinao's about to get his meter back. It is so scary right now. No, he goes for the drive impact, but it was too far away. Did not get the stun. They both have their drive gauges back, but a back throw into the corner over here. Kosa now trapped in the corner with both of them equal on drive gauge. He gets to confirm into off of the hop kick. He hop kicks. He now goes for the hop kick. Sees Kosa try to swing. That is a single hit confirmable attack right there into the Odi Tatsu, into the juggle with the DP. And he now takes that game. And we are now tied 1-1 here in grand finals. And this time he now with the start of the round with a stand light kick, drive rush cancel. Tries to go for a solar plexus strike to chase the backdash, but Kosa wakes up with the button right there and actually gets the hit. But a wake up drive impact from Hinao is gonna blow up Kosa's attempt at the drive rush into the standing heavy bunch. And now we are back to neutral over here. Demon flip, the chop is gonna work. He actually just went above Hinao's head and caught him, and then a great whiff punish right there. Not going to let Hinao jump back away from his throw attempt. Mid-screen actually punishes him with the level 1 fireball.
Basically, Cook, there was no way he was landing.
Oh, he could have continued walking forward to get the DP on that neutral jump, but Hinao with a whip punish, but he tried to go for a reset into the overhead so that he could make sure he get the kill, but instead, it's going to be the crouch medium kick from Kosa, and he could have killed with just the DP, but he wanted to be absolutely sure, just went with a level 1, didn't want to judge it, didn't want to think about it. Again, as I've always said, the greatest resource in any fighting game is rounds. It is not super meter, it is rounds. However, Hinao, now with more super meter, but a great whiff punish with the sweep again from Kosa, gets the throw, another throw against Hinao, and now Hinao towards the corner over there, trade with the standing, drive rush standing roundhouse against the neutral jump of Hinao. And so now Hinao needs the fight out of the corner over here. He has a lot of space behind him, though, so he can still walk. But again, another great whiff punish from Kosa using that sweep. Hinao has been whiffing a lot of buttons. And so he's going for the fireball a little bit more often because it is not something that can whiff at all against an opponent in their face. But now you've got to watch out for the raw jumps from Kosa. Yeah, you can see right there, no fireball attempts, and he tried to parry the demon flip, but then changed it into a drive rush when he saw the demon flip wasn't gonna get hit, and he drive rushed into the jab and got the hit against Kosa. Here we go, throw loops, 2 throws in a row, but this time Kosa with a wake up ODDP. They're both in yellow gauge, both sitting on a ton of meter right now. Any touch from both of them will be able to kill. Both of them are almost burned out as well. Oh, a trade, and now he burns himself out. What can he do? An empty jump from Kosa after the sweep knockdown, knowing that he now was gonna try to wake up with a DP to be able to punish the jump, but because Kosa once again did the empty jump, he did not add any recovery frames on his landing, so he was able to land and block the DP in time and kill. Kosa is now up 2-1, and is that tournament game over here against Hinao. Round 1 has already started here in game number 4. Kosa's already down about 40% life. He is in the corner position, but however, he has much more drive gauge than Hinao. Crouching medium kick, fireball from Kosa, trying to fight his way out. Another crouching medium kick, but didn't believe. Walk block. Very, very important tactic in neutral. Does manage to jump out of the corner. Hinao does get the autocorrect, but again, that's all the damage that Kosa ended up taking. But he's out of the corner. And now he finds the forward heavy punch target combo. Oh, there it is again. Gets the hit, but does not confirm. Burns himself out with the OD fireball. So now Kosa is burnt out, but he is in the middle of the screen. He now trying to find his way in. Both of them sitting on a level 2. The next hit from either of these players will definitely kill. He now with a raw drive rush to get in, but no! He could not combo into the level 2. Kosa got the hit, but he couldn't combo into the level 2 because he went into the adamant fist, the adamant flame, but it wasn't an OD, and without an OD, you can't combo into the level 2. A misrouting right there from Kosa. He should have went with something else to be able to get the level 2. But I think he just autopiloted into trying to do an OD adamant flame. And now, here in round number 2, he is having a lot of troubles, already lost almost half of his life, but a great punish counter sweep from Kosa is going to get him out of the corner. Can he recover from that mistake in the previous round? Standing heavy punches from Ryu, but again whiffing, and he gets whiff punished, which puts him in a very dangerous position. He now could have comboed into the level 3, but it is going to be Hinao's round anyway. He got the lights. He did not combo into the level 3, but he does manage to get the crouching medium kick into Hashogeki while in burnout. Regardless, we are tied at 2-2. It is down to the final game, ladies and gentlemen. This is high stakes Street Fighter 6. This is the highest level Street Fighter 6 that you can see here on the Capcom Cup Pro Tour here on the Capcom Pro Tour. Kosa and Hinao giving us a show. It is now down to this final game in the start with a hop kick to beat the raw drive rush into the Tatsu. Kosa in the corner now, having lost about 30% of his health here. He has to fight his way out and does so with the stand light punches, but drive rush cancels and the second light punch didn't connect. However, he gets the forward heavy punch confirmed into the rest of the target combo, so he's out of the corner. Another whiff punish with the sweep from Kosa. Almost got the whiff punish, drive rush, standing light punch. Oh, the dive kick out of the demon flip delay, actually catching Hinao trying to press a button. But however, Hinao gets the wake up level 1 against Kosa, and now Hinao has him in the corner, but just Rod jumps out of the corner. He's not going to build up to a level 2, but he is going to get the burnout here. They are both burned out. Oh, what a great drive check. The back throw. He's still alive, but Akuma doesn't have enough health. He just eats the meaty fireball right there from Hinao. Hinao is at tournament point. They were both burnt out with no health left. Hinao, tournament point. And drive rush, raw jab is going to find its mark against Kosa. Push him all the way to the corner, but Kosa wakes up with an ODDP. Has Ryu here trying to fight his way out of the corner. Punishes the whiff high blade kick again. Kosa's whiff punish with the sweep has been immaculate. Oh, but not that time. He now actually goes with the solar plexus strike. Kosa tried to whiff punish it. Oh, and then he now tries to go for the meaty throw, but unfortunately the wake up level 1 from Kosa. Kosa now drive rush in there with a throw, gets a punish counter throw, goes for another throw. He's gonna drive rush back in again, goes for the crouching medium kick. Oh, and Kosa so close to burning himself out over here. Trying to stay away to build some of that drive gauge back. He now is trying to chase down with the projectiles, but hasn't been able to. He gets the DP on the neutral jump from Hinao. I'm not sure why Hinao actually went with the neutral jump. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's final game, final round here between Kosa and Hinao here at Battle Arena Melbourne. Oh no, an execution error from Kosa to start the round with a level 2 out of nowhere. That was definitely not on purpose, so he loses all that meter. Hinao gets a big punish. He's just gonna go straight into level 3. Is this gonna kill? This is not how you want the tournament to end here, but unfortunately, it is an execution error to start the round. Just spelled the end for Kosa, and Hinao in a 2-touch scenario is able to kill Kosa. What a close match, but ladies and gentlemen, that is not how we all wanted to see it all go down in the end. Unfortunately for Kosa, a little bit of an execution error, and Hinao is elated and ecstatic, and he is gonna take it over Kosa. Kosa, who sent Hinao to the losers bracket with an amazing performance in the winners finals. Unfortunately, just an execution error. Ate so much damage from that, and then just ate the next meaty, and that was the end of it. He now has qualified into Capcom Cup officially. Again, I need to make sure to see if he has already qualified here. Let's see. It looks like the people who have already qualified are Yamaguchi, Xiaohai, Mena RD, and Shigematsu. Kosa was number 26 previous to this. He now was number 7 on the leaderboards, but now he has qualified. So this is actually good for a lot of the players on the leaderboard because it removes Hinao from the leaderboard over here. If we take a look at this here, so this is where Hinao was, but now he's auto-qualified, so that means Cryme moves into the point range, depending on where everybody else goes over here, because, again, Kosa's here at number 26. He has 100 points. He's going to gain a lot of points from this tournament, so if he gains, like, 90 points or something like that, I'm not sure exactly how many points he gets, but if he gets 90, he's going to just jump all the way up over here, so that's going to be a good amount of points here, but again, auto-qualified from Evo Japan is Yamaguchi, Xiaohai from Combo Breaker, Mena RD from Blink Respawn, Shigematsu from Evo. Because Mena RD won that one, Shigematsu got second place. Since Mena RD was already qualified, that allowed Shigematsu to get into Capcom Cup. But as we can see on this leaderboard right now, Punk with a sizable lead over everybody. Whoa, I've never seen that before. This page just got updated. They've already updated it. Shoutouts to Incross and team. You see how fast these guys are. We just saw them update this board in real time. Oh, Kosa got a lot more than 90. He got a lot of points. Kosa all the way up to 400 points, vaults himself into 4th place over here. So Punk with 550 points, Higuchi 430 points, Noah the Prodigy 420 points, Kosa with 400 points, Mickey now 3rd place here, also at 400 points, Kills You at 400 points, Yukari with 360, Boost at 320, boosted by the points that he got here for the 4th place finish, Kobayan here at 310. He now, as you can see, they haven't taken him out. They haven't given him any of the extra points, but he will not be in here because he does not get any points. He just qualifies. They will take him out, which means Crossover will be in 10th place. As you can see, this page just got updated. Please refresh. And, oh, no, he now is still not taken out yet. He hasn't been taken out yet, but they're updating it as we're watching over here. Sahara is auto because he won last year, right? He won last year, so yeah, he should be auto qualified as well. I'm not sure why we don't see him on that list over there. Yeah. That's definitely stuff I've got to pay attention to, Coral Nane. It's hard because like I'm so used to commentating and talking about the normal things, but position on screen was definitely something I tried to focus on a little bit, but it'll be something that I'm going to keep practicing on. But, you know, hopefully people will see this and actually, you know, really kind of just find this useful. Like maybe like listening to this gives you a better idea of what's going on without having to watch. So like I said, if you're at work, if you're driving in your car on a commute, if you're doing other stuff at the same time, you know, hopefully this kind of commentary actually works well for you guys, because I would love to be able to do this. And like I said, the goal here ultimately for me is to build up enough of a like a portfolio is, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, a portfolio of this, so that I can show Capcom what I'm doing here. And again, I'm not showing this because I want Capcom to hire me to do this and pay me to do it. I just want to show them what I'm doing so that if they do decide to go with pay-per-view again this year, I can do this as a side stream, because, you know, last year they were just basically saying no footage can be restreamed, no footage can be restreamed. And so this is obviously not footage restream, but I do want to give an option for them. And if Capcom wants to make this an official stream, so like, hey guys, we have all this, but James Chen is going to do an official radio broadcast for you guys so that you can still keep up with the live action, you know what I mean? And make it so that, you know, Capcom, if they make it official or whatever like that and support what I'm doing, you know, if they decide to go with pay-per-view again, that there is another option for people who can't afford the pay-per-view, and, you know, maybe will act as goodwill from Capcom. Like, look, we're sorry, we need a pay-per-view because we have to pay the bills. The Ryugoku Kokugigan is a very expensive venue, and so, you know, we have to do this, but we'll give you this option, this official radio restream from James, you know, and stuff like that. So that's kind of the goal with this stream. So yeah, if you guys have any feedback on this, would appreciate it. But otherwise, you know, I'll probably try to post some clips of this on Twitter to see what people say about it, like give them some glimpses into some of the cooler parts that I did, you know, and see how people feel about, you know, this radio broadcast. And even without Capcom Cup, it might be very, very useful, even if I'm like, let's say it is a Blink Respawn, right? Let's say it's Blink Respawn and I didn't get invited to go to Blink Respawn, right? So if I stay home, you know, I can still do this as a restream for people who are at work or for people who are in situations where they just can't watch they can only just like put on headsets or whatever like that, so people can still keep up with the action. Or, you know, like let's say they are home, but they've got chores to do, they got work to do, so they can't actually just pay attention all the time. This would be a nice alternative for the people to be able to get more idea of what's going on in the action, so that they can actually keep up a little bit more with what's going on without having to look at the screen. So again, I will continue to work on it. Thank you, Coral Nane, for the feedback right there. Yeah, for sure. Gotta talk about the position on the screen a lot more often. So that's something that I gotta do. But, you know, a little bit short, 3-hour stream. That's all I really want to do today. So I'm probably going to go ahead and call it a night. It is 2 a.m. here, and I am tired, and I do need to eat a little bit of food before I go to sleep. So was the Drive Tech Wear costumes a missed opportunity? As in, would they have been valuable enough to fund Capcom's pot? They couldn't make them cost money because for events like EWC, the costumes just have to be available for them to use, because they need the DriveWare Tech costumes so that EWC can broadcast characters like Mai and such. So they couldn't. They need to be like available and easily accessible for everybody. So it would have been fun. I mean, it would have been interesting if they just charged like $5 for the whole set. But again, the problem is that the esports team of Capcom and the Street Fighter 6 development team for Capcom, according to what we saw, do not communicate with each other. And because they do not communicate with each other, they have not been able to create those kind of cross promotions like they did in Street Fighter V, when the Street Fighter team was in charge of the Street Fighter esports and the Street Fighter content, so they were able to help each other. Because the esports team is considered a different subgroup of Capcom, they have their own budgets to work on and stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of the, you know, the reason why it's pay-per-view is because that's the income for the, you know, the income of things that they're selling for Street Fighter 6 in game are not money that affects the esports team's bottom line. This is, okay, I have to caveat all this with, this is the assumption right now, based off of what Nakayama said directly to Brian F. Brian F. mentioned something, and Nakayama's response was, we don't talk to the esports team as much as we'd like to. They didn't actually say anything about budgets and stuff like that, but I mean, it was like all but like kind of there. I don't want to get Nakayama in trouble, so like I don't want to be like, he just came out and said it, you know, like whatever like that. But the implication was there that the two teams are not actually directly, you know, communicating each other in terms of budgets and stuff like that. So they aren't necessarily helping each other directly like that. They are two different teams with two different budgets, and their bottom lines are not crossing. That's the assumption here. So yes, man, this was so educational and simple enough to understand what happens in a very fast pace. Cool. I'm glad it's informative as well. Like, I'm glad that it was able to be informative at the same time. Like, I was scared that I would just be so busy narrating what happens that I couldn't give a lot of good insight. But if this actually works really well, you know, it's very Ken Bogard. You know, he's a French commentator who's really good and known for doing solo commentary as well in very much this style. So I kind of want to try to do the same thing here and be informative while being very good for, you know, radio if you don't have a chance to watch. So hopefully this worked out. Hopefully this was a good test run. And I'll try it again at another tournament. I mean, if I can't make it to CEO, I'll definitely do it for CEO. But the whole goal, the hope is that I will be able to make it to CEO. So we'll see what happens with that. So I'm still trying to contact the CEO guys. They're busy. They haven't had a chance to get back to me. But if you guys really want to see me at CEO, do some retro stuff, do some Vampire Savior, and do some Street Fighter 6, let CEO know. Tweet at CEO and say, like, guys, get James the CEO to do commentary. But that'll be it for now for me. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll be able to do more of these streams in the future. But otherwise, please be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. Remember that Black Lives Matter, trans lives matter, women and choices and lives matter, Palestinian lives matter. Be excellent to each other so we can all party on. Take care, peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.
Be excellent to each other. And